Our three sponsors for our stream tonight. The winner heads to Murfreesboro, but Shauna Hayes, you have more information about tonight's game.
I do. Thanks, David. So, welcome once again to the final game to be played this season at the Wildcat Arena. It is another huge game for Oak Ridge and Sevier County. The winner of this one, like last night's Lady Wildcat game, advances to the state tournament, which will begin for the 4A teams across the state on March 20th. The girls' tournament begins on Thursday, March 13th for the 4A teams involved. Oak Ridge is trying to advance to the state tournament for the first time since 2021 sectional when they defeated Dobbins Bennett in Kingsport. Sevier County's last state appearance came after beating Carnes in the 2023 sectional game at Carnes. They also reached the state tournament in 2019 when they defeated Oak Ridge in the sectional game in Sevierville. Tonight is the 26th sub-state or sectional game to reach the state tournament for Oak Ridge, with the first coming in 1971 when they defeated Holston. The state tournament that year was held in Memphis, and the Wildcats lost in the second round. One advantage the Wildcats have is their home advantage. If history plays out tonight, Oak Ridge is 10-1 at home states and sectional games. The Wildcats' our only home loss came in 2016 when they lost to David Crockett in overtime. I'm struggling here. The Wildcats took on the Crockett 1 year later and defeated them by 30. That 2017 sectional was the last time Oak Ridge has been at home in one of these games. Oak Ridge has won 2 straight road sectional games after losing the regional champion game in 2020 and 2021. On the road, Oak Ridge is 5-7 and an overall record of 15-8. This is the third time that Oak Ridge and Sevier County have hooked up in a sectional game, with the first one taking place in 2013 here at Oak Ridge, the last being a 2019 game at Sevier County. Oak Ridge leads the series 17-4, including this season's win here at the arena 64-48. Oak Ridge Wildcats lead the postseason series 3-2. Of the previous games were Region 2 games played when Sevier County was in the same region as Oak Ridge. The Wildcat and Sevier County are 2 of other 16 teams playing tonight in the sectional games. Those other games include Maryville at Science Hill, Siegel at Bradley, Central, Walker Valley at Laverne, Beach at Independence, Centennial at Hillsboro, and a couple others. The winners advance to the state tournament. Sevier County comes in at 26-7 on the season, with their losses coming to Oak Ridge, Farragut, Webb, Lipscomb Academy, Hardin Valley, Jefferson County, and Science Hill. Their tournament wins this postseason have come against Morristown East, Jefferson County for the District 2 championship. They beat Daniel Boone in Morristown West before losing to Science Hill in overtime on Thursday night in the Region 1 championship game. Oak Ridge has wins over Halls, Powell, West, Bearden, and Maryville in the postseason and have won both the District 3 and Region 2 champions. The region title was the first since 2017 and the 21st in school history. Oak Ridge is trying to make their 25th state tournament since their first one in 1958. Oak Ridge is 22-21 in state games and has won 2 state championships. The first one in 1961 and the second one in 1963. Oak Ridge's last state season was in 2021 state tournament when they beat Siegel in the first round and lost to Houston in the semifinals. Coach Aaron's Green team have qualified for the state tournament 6 previous times, with the first one coming in 2013. They lost to Memphis Southwind that night. Their best trip to the state came in 2014 when they played for the state championship. They lost to Blackman 60-58. On Thursday night at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, the Oak Ridge Lady Wildcats will play their game of the state tournament as they take on the Bartlett Panthers at Middle Tennessee State University. Oak Ridge defeated Sevier County in the sectional, while Bartlett beat Henry County to advance. Bartlett has played a brutal schedule and come in the season 23-11. Oak Ridge is 30-3 and has won 20 consecutive games since losing to Bearden in December. Bartlett lost to Bradley County 2 consecutive years in the state championship game. They are very good and experienced as well. Other teams that qualify for the state include Bearden, Bradley Central, Cookeville, Lincoln County, Coffee County, and Whitehaven. We will broadcast the game here on FM 92.7. The winner plays on Friday at 8:15 against the Cookeville winner of Cookeville and Lincoln County. This is the boys sectional game here at Wildcat Arena, and we are streaming the game thanks to a donation from Jim and Barb Toppenheim and from Lyndon Washington, Bryson Linnaeus, and Marcus Underwood with Shelter Insurance. We thank all of them for their support of the broadcast in the Wildcat basketball. Oak Ridge basketball is brought to you this season by Summit Medical Group, 10 Bank of Oak Ridge, Laura Lynn Green with State Farm Insurance, Washboard Wash and Fold, and Bob's Washboard Laundromat. Mike Kelly with Betsy Coleman Realty, the Knoxville Orthopedic Clinic, Oak Ridge Utility District, and Fox Insurance in the ORHS class of 1989. It's Oak Ridge and Sevier County with the state tournament berth on the line, and we'll be back for the starting lineup and tip-off in 3 minutes.
David Clary back here at the Wildcat Arena getting set for sectional basketball action. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge taking on the Sevier County Smoky Bears for the second time this season here at the Wildcat Arena. This is the fifth time a Sevier County team has rolled into the Wildcat Arena this year. Of course, the Lady Wildcats played Sevier County 3 times on this floor, including the sectional. And Sevier County was here on senior night, if you might remember, a few Mondays ago, as the Wildcats prepare for this game. Sevier County very well coached. In fact, Ken Wright's done a great job. Coach Green will tell you almost every time we play them that, they're incredibly well coached, and he has a great deal of respect for them. Appreciate Jim and Barb Taubenheim, along with Bryson Linnaeus and Marcus Underwood, for underwriting our stream today on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. And while I have a moment, I want to remind everybody the Lady Wildcats will be in action at the state tournament on Thursday. That'll be a 5 o'clock Eastern time ball game. They'll be taking on, as Shauna said a moment ago, the Bartlett Panthers. As the warm-ups have taken place, this is the final home game for the Wildcats. And we got a good crowd, great student crowd here. And we're getting ready to go down to the floor to the public address announcer and the national anthem coming up. The Smoky Bears in purple and white, the Wildcats in their home whites. Wildcats and Lady Wildcats have played in 8 consecutive home games. Let's go down to the floor.
Of the Wildcats tonight playing a host to the Smoky Bears from Sevier County in tonight's state qualifying matchup. Before we begin tonight's festivities, please rise in honor of the playing of our national anthem. Thank you. Smoky Bears head coach Ken Wright has set a starting lineup included senior number 11, Jet Sutton. Sophomore number 12, Parker Newman. Junior number 22, Jaden Barton. Senior number 23, Reed Ownby. And junior number 25, Nick Doherty. Smoky Bears are assisted by Mark Newman, Brad Loveday, John Cusella, and Joe Tarwater. And now, the starting lineup for your Oak Ridge Wildcats. Starting at center, the senior, number 2, Shamar Green. Starting at forward, senior, number 5, Garrett Giles. The guard with a quick hand, senior, number 11, Ray Watson. Starting at forward, junior, number 12, Charlie Taubenheim. And rounding out the lineup for the Wildcats, the big man down low, senior, number 35, Cooper Williams. Wildcats are coached by Aaron Green, assisted by Ronnie Scott, Craig Price, and Danny Green.
And we're about to tip things off here. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge and the Sevier County Smoky Bears. Dallas and Ray have had their chest bump. The officials from the Greenville area are about to get set. Shamar Green's going to jump for the Wildcats. Wildcats in white. The Smoky Bears are in purple and white, and we are about to get this sectional ball game underway in front of a great student section across the way from the Oak Ridge students. Mark Case will join me in a moment as the official from Greenville. Ball is up, controlled by Oak Ridge, and we are underway here at the Wildcat Arena. The winner advances to the state tournament. The loser is done. With the basketball will come Oak Ridge's Shamar Green. He throws the ball away. He tried to lob it into Cooper, and it was easily picked off by the Smoky Bears. And here they come down the floor. With the basketball comes number 23, drives the paint, kicks it out to number 12, who drives in, bumped by Cooper. Might have been fouled by Cooper, and he was. So not a great start for the Wildcats. They have a turnover, and then they get a foul right out of the chute, and it's 2-0 Sevier County. They'll go to the free throw line. Mark?
Yeah, I agree. Oak Ridge starts with a turnover and then comes on the other side and gets a foul for option for a three-point play, and they convert.
Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor. The Wildcats with it. Raekwon Watson with it. The point guard brings the ball across the midcourt line. Guarded aggressively at the top of the circle by Barton. He works the ball to Charlie Taubenheim. 3-0 our score. The Wildcats trailing. Oak Ridge, Garrett Giles with it. They play a kind of a funky kind of a zone as Oak Ridge works the ball to Charlie. Wildcats back to Ray. Wildcats yet to get a shot, and now we're going to have a travel called against Ray. So 2 turnovers to start the ball game. Not a great start against a very good Sevier County basketball team.
No, not exactly the way you want to start it. Sevier County comes the other way, and they almost force a turnover, and they do.
Here come the Wildcats down the floor, trailing 3-0. Ray attacks inside, goes into Shamar. Shamar goes in for the shot. Good. Wildcats have their first points of the ball game. Shamar Green with a nice bucket, an easy bunny as he got a great feed from Ray. And it's 3-2, 6:48 to play. Driving along the baseline to kick it out to a wide open three-point shooter. Makes it a shorter shot and knocks it down. And it's 5-2. The Wildcats are trailing. Here comes Oak Ridge. Wildcat Ray brings the ball across the line, harassed, works the ball left side to Garrett Giles. Giles takes one dribble, stops, gives it over to Ray. Three-pointer in a tie game, no good. Rebounded by Shamar. If he can save it, he does to Charlie. Charlie has no place to go. Back to Ray it goes. Garrett Giles drives in, pulls up, shoots a three, no good. Rebound to the Smoky Bears. They have an outlet down the floor. They're up by 3, 5-2. The basketball will come Sevier County. Wildcats missing their first threes. Driving with the basketball will come Barton. Barton pulls up, shoots, no good. Rebounded by Garrett Giles. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. 6 minutes to play in the first quarter. 5-2 Sevier County. Raekwon Watson with the basketball around a screen by Oak Ridge. Garrett Giles for 3. Shot is off the rim, no good. Tipped by Shamar. Saved by Shamar Green. Wants to shoot. Underneath the goal. Goes up for it. And it's fouled. Shamar has all 4 of the points, and the Wildcats can tie it as Shamar goes to the free throw line.
Pick up the foul for Sevier County, David. That'll be number 23, Reed Ownby. That'll be his first, team first.
Shamar goes to the free throw line on the season. He's 50% at the line, averaging 9.5 points per ball game. Tie game as he knocks down the free throw. 5:45 to play first quarter. Sevier County and Oak Ridge. Wildcats on defense once again as they work the ball top of the circle with it. Number 11, that's Jet Sutton. He works the ball to the left corner to Parker Newman. Newman drives against Cooper, stops on the elbow, gives it out for a long three. Way short, but they get the rebound back up. Good. Nice putback bucket there, and Sevier County leads by a score of 7-5. Here's Oak Ridge with the basketball. There's a trap on the inside. Shamar gets it and then lost it. They trapped Charlie in the corner, and he turned it over, and the Wildcats trail by a score of 7-5. This three is up, no good. Rebounded by Shamar Green. Shamar coming down the floor, looks for Ray Ray. 2-point Sevier County lead, 5:03 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge basketball, Ray Ray with it, right corner, Charlie for three. No good. Garrett Giles on the rebound. The Wildcats have missed some point-blank threes as the ball's rebounded right back up by Cooper Williams. Good. Wildcats tie the ball game. I don't know how in the world Sevier County didn't get that board as the Smoky Bears call a timeout. 7-7 our score. Look at that student section across. Shauna, kind of pan over there to the student section. The first 50 got in free into the game today. Well, somebody paid for it. The Booster Club did, and it looks like they all decided to show up.
Yeah, they're having a blackout as well, David. All the students wearing black tonight in support of the Wildcats.
4 minutes, 44 seconds to play. We're in the first quarter. The Oak Ridge baseball team won, and they're arriving as we speak. They won today over Halls 5-0. So they got here just in time to support their classmates. Typically, those baseball guys are some of the number one supporters for the Wildcat baseball team, football team, and basketball team. Primarily this year in basketball, they've been almost at every ball game. Sevier County ball, 7-7 the score. Smoky Bear basketball, they're moving right to left, wearing their all-purple jerseys. If you're listening to us on prepradio.com, they're going to drive in, left side, bounce pass in the corner. It goes out to Newman. Newman swings the ball back to the top of the circle to Owenby. Owenby back to the corner, driving in against Cooper. In the left elbow, swings it out to the top of the key. The Wildcats extend their defense just a bit because these guys can shoot the three-point shot. For the basketball, once again will come Newman. Then the ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Charlie Taubenheim. 7-7 our score. 4:16 to play in the first period. Live from the Wildcat Arena on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Smoky Bear ball deflected, intercepted by Cooper Williams. He just got up and pulled it away, and here comes Oak Ridge coming back the other way. With the basketball will come Raekwon Watson. Swings the ball to Shamar. Shamar at the free throw line finds Charlie free. Tried to feed the ball to Cooper. Ball is deflected out of bounds by the Sevier County Smoky Bears.
It was a nice attempt to get the ball into Cooper, but you got to be careful. Sevier County's hands very fast. They got in there and knocked the ball away.
Ray Ray works it into Shamar. One dribble, one shot, 2 points for Shamar Green. And the Wildcats have their first lead of the ball game, 9-7 Oak Ridge.
I think Shamar's picking up where he left off in the fourth quarter the other night, David. He's already got 7 of our 9 points.
Once again with the basketball will come the Smoky Bears. They work the ball left corner, driving the baseline underneath the goal. Garrett keeps him from scoring. He swings the ball back out to the top of the key. Now they drive the baseline, cut off there. Shot is no good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by, I believe, Cooper Williams.
Yeah, I think he was trying to grab the ball. There were several of them down there trying to grab it and just went off Cooper out of bounds. Good call.
3 minutes, 33 seconds to play. Aaron Green, the head coach of the Wildcats, in his 15th year. They try to get the ball in. That would have been a 5-second call in the girls' game the other day from the McMinn County officials as Sevier County has the basketball. Long three on its way, clanging off the iron. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Big collision on the other end of the floor. Cooper's got the board. Bounce pass right side. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch. Tried to get it to Garrett, but that was an odd place to throw it, right down in front of the Sevier County bench. And Sevier County has it on another Oak Ridge turnover. Here come the Bears once again. Number 11 with the basketball. That's Mason. Nope, actually that's Jet Sutton. Jet Sutton is a 6'1 senior guard. He hands it off to Barton. Barton hands it off. They have a lot of motion in their offense. The Wildcats yet to substitute. Sevier County with the basketball. Garrett Giles trying to guard Jet Sutton. He drives left, kicks it out for a three, which is up, no good. Rebound to the Sevier County Smoky Bears, and it's going to be a jump ball, I believe. Yes, it is. Jump ball. The alternate possession arrow will give Sevier County the ball. Wildcats will substitute Malik Howard in the ball game now. Checking out will come Charlie Taubenheim. 9-7 Oak Ridge, 2:48 to play first quarter. Sevier County basketball on the baseline, trying to get the ball in. They fire it in the corner. Malik stops him, and there's a steal on the deflection. Wildcat basketball. Garrett Giles with the basketball. Gives it out to Ray Ray, and Ray Ray will bring it across the line. Raekwon Watson over to the right corner. Malik's got a three. It's on its way. Hits the top of the backboard and goes out of bounds. That's what Malik did yesterday. On the last ball game, he came in and was in no more than 20 seconds and launched a three from the opposite corner. This one's no good, and then back on defense will go the Sevier County Smoky Bears. On offense goes the Sevier County Smoky Bears. 9-7 our score. They're going to drive in. Shot off the glass, good, and a foul called. Wildcats didn't cut off that baseline. Malik was trailing. Cooper slides over. I think the foul's on Malik Howard.
It is. That'll be his first, team second of the quarter, David. Basket was counted good by Jet Sutton. That's his first points of the ball game, gunning for number 3.
And they retake the lead. 10-9 the score. The Wildcats quickly down the floor again. All the way in with Garrett Giles, and he's fouled on a block. Personal foul, kind of a rough foul called against Parker Newman. And that'll be the second team foul called against the Smoky Bears. It'll be Oak Ridge ball. Got to get Ray Ray involved. Ray Ray will work it in to Garrett Giles. At the free throw line, no place to go. Back to Malik. Malik back to Garrett. Garrett back to Ray Ray. Ray Ray's got a three. It's on its way. It's short again. Ray Ray on a couple threes has been way short as they drive in coast to coast. Big block there by Oak Ridge, but Sevier County's got the board once again. They'll drive the baseline, trying to drive on Cooper, could not do it. 10-9 our score. Sevier County on top. They'll drive the baseline, kick it out to the top, and what's the call? A moving screen, I believe, called perhaps against the Smoky Bears, or maybe just a simple travel.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, he obviously didn't call a foul because he didn't show any numbers at the scorer's table, Dave, so it must have been a walk or something.
Oak Ridge will get the basketball underneath the goal, trailing by 1:51 to play first quarter. You know, it would be nice if we could have a game that's not decided in the last second of the game. That's the way all of these games, the girls and the guys, have been this season. As Ray Ray's going to drive right block, get a shot off the glass. Yep. No good, and they're going to call an offensive player control foul on him. This official down below has officiated many Oak Ridge sub-state ball games in the past. He's a pretty good official. He used to be pretty flamboyant about his calls. I think his age has gotten to him. He's not quite. That was kind of very calm as he called that foul. Sevier County can pad their lead. It's 1 point now, 1:26 to play. Their lead number 25 open. Hands it off to Jet, Sutton, who lost the ball. Ray Ray's got it on a steal. Not a good pass by the Smoky Bears. 1:17 to play first quarter. Ray Ray shoots another three.
There it is.
This one's good. He didn't look good on his first two, but that one looked good. Nothing but net for Raekwon Watson.
Yeah, as you said, David, that's his first three-pointer of the night, first points of the night.
With the basketball will come the Smoky Bears outside the line. Under a minute to play first quarter. 12-10 Oak Ridge. They're going to drive into the paint. Shot is up. No good. Rebound, Malik Howard. Malik coming down the floor. Spins. Might need to give it up to Ray Ray. Does. Ray Ray thought about shooting a three. They can't get the ball to him quick enough, and he'll set up the offense for the Wildcats. 42 seconds to play. Oak Ridge ball. Garrett Giles has a three. It's on this way. No good. Can't get the rebound. Malik's got it. He drives the right corner. Goes up for the shot. No good. This time it's going to be a blocking foul called against the Sevier County Smoky Bears. And I believe that'll send Malik to the free throw line. It's very similar to the charge that was called on Ray Ray. The Wildcats got the call this time, and Malik goes to the line.
Yeah, I was looking down, writing the missed shot down, David. So, I didn't see what happened down there as Malik's first shot is up and no good. Malik's still looking to get on the board tonight. But, my first impression was that was a good call because I don't think the guy was as set as the previous play.
Malik Howard to the free throw line, second toss. He hits this one, Oak Ridge by 3. Malik comes in at 9.1 points a game. He's a 73% free throw shooter. 13-10, Oak Ridge in the lead. 26 seconds to play in the first quarter of this sectional ball game here at the Wildcat Arena. The winner of the state tournament, the loser, ends a great season. Here comes a three-point shot on its way. No good. Rebound, Oak Ridge. Shamar secures the board, looks for help, gives it off to Charlie. Charlie's going to bring the ball down the floor himself, and now what's he going to do? Give it out to Jarrell Jemerson at the top of the circle. Jarrell to Charlie. Garrett Giles, three-pointer from the corner, no good. Rebound deflected and saved by the Bears, but the quarter has come to a close. After a kind of a sluggish start, the Wildcats do have the lead after one quarter. 13-10 our score. We are live at the Wildcat Arena. We appreciate Jim and Barbara Taubenheim, along with Bryson Linnaeus and Marcus Underwood. He's with Shelter Insurance, offering great rates, he wants me to say. Give him a call. And he wants also for me to give a shout out to soccer coach Trina Underwood, a former All-American Wildcat, on a speedy recovery from her ACL surgery. Get better, Trina. We'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes. We've got Ben George and Caleb Jackson with us as well. Oak Ridge will get the ball first. What do you think of that student section across the way, Mark?
Oh, I love it, David. I absolutely love a big student section.
Cooper gets the ball on the baseline, wanted to shoot, lost the ball somehow, and turns it over. Here come the Smoky Bears down the floor. Wildcats had the ball along the baseline. I thought Cooper was going to go in and get a layup, but somehow they come out of there with the basketball. They can tie with a three, close the gap. They love to shoot the three-point shot, and they are very talented and good. Here's a three. That one's not good. Rebounded by Charlie Taubenheim. That was way off in the student section, giving him all kinds of grief. As Oak Ridge's Charlie Taubenheim gives it to Garrett. Pulls up, shoots
there
a three. Good three-point shot for Garrett Giles. Wildcat shooters keep shooting, and it's 16-10 Oak Ridge.
After Garrett missed his first 4 threes, David, good to see him connect on that one.
With the basketball will come the Smoky Bears outside the line. The Wildcats playing with Charlie Taubenheim, Cooper Williams, Shamar Green, Garrett Giles, and Raekwon Watson here in the second. With the basketball will come the Bears. Driving, fadeaway jumper. It's good. Made good by Jet Sutton, and Oak Ridge lead is 4. 16-12 the score. Charlie Taubenheim with the basketball out to Shamar on a high pass. Back to Garrett. Garrett drives to the right corner and wanted to shoot. Will not.
Go.
Throws a low pass to Shamar. He'll turn. He'll spin. He'll drive. And he's stripped of the ball. Taken away by the Smoky Bears. They can cut the lead even further. Nice move. Shot good. Great move there by Jaden Barton, and it's a 2-point game. .6:27 to play, second quarter. 16-14, Oak Ridge in the lead. Charlie Taubenheim will drive in, swing it out to Ray Ray. Ray Ray will not shoot. Garrett with it, top of the circle. Back to Ray Ray. They won't allow him to drive. Ray Ray back to Garrett. Garrett drives in, and he's going to be fouled. Personal foul called against the Smoky Bears will be the first against them this quarter. 16-14, Oak Ridge in the lead. 6:12 to play in the second quarter. As they substitute into the ballgame, Roman Gibbons, a 5'10 junior, out of the contest will come number 22. That is Jaden Barton, the 6'3 junior. Oak Ridge, Charlie Taubenheim for three. Good! Three-point shot for Charlie. And the Wildcats are back up by an 18-14 lead. Did they give him a 2 or a 3?
Should have been a 3.
They haven't put it on the board. Here comes a high shot off the backboard. No good, but a foul. Looked like a 3 from my vantage point and your vantage point as well, but they've only put 2 on the board.
Yep, the referee did call it a 2.
Must have had one step across the line. They'll go to the free throw line, Sevier County. First toss up, hits the back end of the rim, no good. Who was the foul on? I didn't mark it down.
Let me find out.
5:57 to play, second quarter, 18-14 the score. Wildcats in the lead, winner to the state tournament. Second toss on its way, also no good. Rebounded by Malik Howard. Malik's in the ball game along with Ray Ray and Shamar Green. Great. Here's Malik driving all the way in. That's not a good pass. You can't, there's no way to get the ball in that way. You just got to either lob it to him. You just can't throw it at his feet. It was easily taken away by the Smoky Bears. With the basketball will come Reed Owenby. He drives in, pulls up, shoots a shot. No good. Rebound to the Bears. And they've got a wide open three now. It's good. Got to do a better job on the glass, and the Wildcat lead is only one. 18-17 the score. Costly turnovers have hurt Oak Ridge here in the early going.
Yeah, they have, David. Malik honestly just telegraphed that pass the whole way.
Missed shot by Ray Ray, and here we go once again. Sevier County can retake the lead. They're going to drive in for a shot, kick it out for a three. It's up, and it's no good. Rebound to Charlie Toppenheim. Then he's lost the ball. Tried to get it to Ray Ray. Then a fadeaway jumper is up, no good. Got to get a better job rebounding. There was just purple shirts. The Wildcats trail. 19-18 the score. The Wildcats had a 4-point lead. Couple turnovers here. Garrett lobs it in there to Shamar. Shamar drives in. Blocking foul call, and that's going to send Shamar Green, I believe, to the free throw line. 4:40 to play. Too many turnovers here, Mark.
Yeah, there really are, David. I've got 2 on Cooper, 2 on Charlie, and 2 on Shamar. Other people have 1 as well, but quite a few. Oh, nice play.
And Shamar gets a bucket, and the Wildcats retake the lead by 1. 20-19 the score. 4:33 to play second quarter. The winner advances. The loser is done. Sevier County driving in against Ray Ray. Free throw line jumper is up, no good. Got to get that rebound. That is easily an Oak Ridge rebound as the Wildcats' Charlie Toppenheim comes down with it. Swings the ball right to Malik for a three. No good. Malik has his own rebound. Goes in for a three-footer. No good. Shamar back up with it. Good. Shamar Green scores, and the Wildcats retake the lead by 3. 22-19 the score.
Shamar having a great night tonight, David. He's 5 for 5 from the field. He's got 11 points.
Smoky Bear basketball, top of the circle, number 11. They shoot a three. That's way off the mark, but they get an easy rebound because it was an air ball. 22-21 the score. I don't know what the rebounding totals are, but I think we're getting out-rebounded as the Wildcats, at least on the defensive end. Here comes Ray Ray down the floor. Got a screen from Shamar. Outside the line, wanted to penetrate, could not do it. Backs it up and swings the ball to the midcourt circle. They're doing a really, really good job on Ray Ray. As Oak Ridge drives in, Garrett Giles for three, short. Rebound, Smoky Bears. They have a chance to retake the lead. The Wildcats a little short on some of their shots. Here's a shot that's not short. It's too long. It's rebounded by Oak Ridge. Taken away by Ray Ray. 3:11 to play in the first half. 22-21, Ray Ray escapes to shoot a three. No good. Wildcats have fallen in love with the perimeter game here as the Bears bring the ball down the floor. Long NBA range three is no good. Rebound Ray Ray. Both teams firing up the threes at will as Ray Ray drives in coast to coast. He lost the ball. Wildcats Shamar had it. And then what's the call? Personal foul or a jump ball? It'll be...
Looks like Shamar on the foul.
I don't know about that one. They both were fighting for the ball. Wildcats got to do a better job. Ray Ray really didn't have any avenue to drive through. There were three guys right in front of him. 2:48 to play second quarter. Low scoring first half. 22-21 the score.
Timeout
like
Oak
we
Ridge.
say, Mark, like we always say, have been saying recently, I wish the Wildcats would get the ball inside. That is, they've got two really good scorers in Cooper Williams and of course Shamar inside. A lot of their points have come that way, but really not focusing in on getting the ball inside in the early going. It would appear to me anyway.
Yeah, I was just thinking, David, Shamar's automatic when he gets the ball down there. On a possession a couple times ago, he did get the ball taken away from him when he went up, but that's the only time. He's 5 for 5 underneath the goal there. So, like I said, in my opinion, he's just automatic when he gets the ball underneath because he kind of pivots away from the defender until he has an opportunity to shoot. And once he shoots, it goes in. I really think that the last game against Maryville, he really had a coming out party, when he said that he was just going to take over, and that's exactly what he did. And like I said earlier, he's just continuing that tonight.
22-21, the Wildcats do have the lead. Great student section across the way. You can see those baseball guys, and today was a blackout for the students, but of course the Wildcats were playing baseball, and they're in their cream white jerseys. Jarrell Jimerson's in the ball game again. Ray Ray's in, along with Garrett Giles, Cooper Williams, and Malik Howard. 2:40 to play, second quarter. They're going to extend the floor just a bit for a second. 22-21. Wildcats back on defense. Smoky Bear basketball. Jaden Barton with us, backs up to the midcourt line. Wildcats by 1. They've led by as many as 4. Sevier County has led by as many as 3. Bear ball. Out to the top it goes once again. Deflection there. Jarrell working really hard on number 12, Parker Newman. They work the ball to the corner. Wildcats watching them work a lot of time off the clock. 2:08 to play. Here's the lob out right side once again to Newman. Bounce pass right side, number 2. At right elbow, stops, holds the ball. Now just decides to shoot it and missed it. Not a great decision there by Roman Gibbons. Just because he didn't have anybody to throw it to, as the Wildcats throw it into Cooper.
Nice.
Out to Jarrell for 3. No good. Rebound, Garrett Giles.
Yeah, push off, I think, on Garrett.
1:45 to play, second quarter. 22-21 the score. Wildcats, another personal foul. That'll be the third team foul. Wildcats need to get the ball inside. I'm not a coach. That's just my philosophy. How many threes have we taken in the ball game? Sevier County works their offense here. Minute 36 to play, second quarter. Jarrell working very hard defensively. And they're going to drive the baseline. They didn't cut it off real well, and they get a layup. Wildcats trail it 23-22.
I'm still counting up the threes, David.
Oak Ridge basketball. Jarrell Jimerson with it. Looks to his left. 5-second count's got to be getting close. Here it goes out to Ray Ray. Ray Ray back to Jarrell. Right corner. Garrett drives in. Had a 3. Did not take it. Jarrell, oh boy, he almost threw an intercepted pass. So the Wildcats want to lob it down to Cooper, but they're doing a really good job against him. Here comes Oak Ridge. Jarrell had Garrett wide open in the corner there. As Ray Ray takes the 3, it's up. It is good. A 3-point shot for Ray Ray. I don't know why Jarrell passed up on Garrett in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know either, David, but that's our 16th three-pointer tonight. Taken.
Here come the Bears. Here come the Bears once again. Down by 2, 25-23. 38 seconds to play, second quarter. Winner advances to the state tournament. The loser ends their season. Sevier County ball. They got a 3 if they wanted it. Number 12, Parker Newman, didn't want to take the shot. Ray Ray defending. They're playing for the final shot. Wildcats playing with Malik Howard, Garrett Giles, Cooper Williams, Jarrell Jimerson, Raekwon Watson. Jaden Barton with the basketball. Out to Roman Gibbons. Gibbons calls somebody up high with 12 seconds to play. Got to keep your guys in front of you. 7 seconds to play. Number 11 with it, that's Jet Sutton. Got a screen, got a 3 off, on its way, good, as the half comes to a close. Not bad defense there, honestly, although Coach Green not happy about something. 26-25, the Wildcats trail by 1. Mark, your thoughts of the first half.
I thought it was a good first half, David. Obviously, we're taking a lot of threes, as I said, 16, I believe, and we've only made like 3 of them. So I would love to see us get the ball inside to Shamar specifically, because he's got 10 points on the interior. He also has a free throw, so he has 11 total. But Shamar's having a great night on the block, and the more we can exploit that, the better off it would be for the Wildcats.
We are live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge trailing Sevier County 26-25. I want to remind everybody the Lady Wildcats qualified for the state tournament this past week when they knocked off the Sevier County Smoky Bearettes on Saturday. They will play the Bartlett Panthers at 5 o'clock Eastern Time at Middle Tennessee State University. The winner of that game will take on the winner of Cookeville and Lincoln County. Bearden is taking on Whitehaven. Coffee County 35-0 taking on Bradley Central 32-1. Of course, the winner of this game also advances to the state tournament. The winner of this ball game will play at 8:15 Eastern Time on Thursday, March the 20th, against the winner of Laverne and Walker Valley. Other teams playing tonight: Bradley's taking on Siegel. Dixon County is taking on Memphis East. Hillsboro's taking on Centennial. Science Hills taking on Maryville. Whitehaven is taking on Kirkwood, and Independence is taking on Beach. Those are the other boys' sectional ball games going on tonight. Appreciate, once again, Jim and Barb Taubenheim. They live up in Washington State, along with Bryson Linnaeus and Marcus Underwood. He's with Shelter Insurance, and he wants me to point out that he offers great rates, so you can give him a call. He's a former Wildcat football guy. They paid our rights fee. We will not be able to stream ball games at the state tournament, but the TSSAA has the NFHS network, and you can watch the stream. But we will be broadcasting the state tournament Lady Wildcat ball games on FM 92.7. We're at halftime. The Wildcats trail 26-25. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Mark will have the first half stats. We'll get to those in a moment. Welcome back once again to the Wildcat Arena, where the Wildcats find themselves trailing 26-25 at the halfway mark. Mark, you've got the first half statistics.
Thank you very much, David. Oak Ridge led in scoring in the first half by Shamar Green. He has 11, 5 of 5, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. With 6 points is Raekwon Watson. He's 2 of 7 from the field. With 3 points is Garrett Giles, 1 of 6 from beyond the three-point line. With 2 points, Charlie Taubenheim, 1 of 2 from the field. Cooper Williams has 2 points as well. He's 1 of 1 from the field. Malik Howard has come off the bench. He's added 1 point. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As a team, the Wildcats are 10 of 25 from the field. They're 7 of 9 from the field, 3 of 16 from three-point land, obviously 7 of 9 from two-point land, and they are 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Now looking at the Smoky Bears, Jet Sutton has 13 for the Bears. Jaden Barton with 8. Parker Newman has 3, and Nick Dougherty has 2. As a team, the Smoky Bears are 11 of 27 from the field. They're 9 of 17 in twos, 2 of 12 in threes, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter 13-10, and then they're outscored in the second quarter 16-12, and that's how Sevier County has a 1-point lead on the Wildcats. They lead 26-25. David?
Once again, give me those totals on the three-point shots as the Wildcats emerge from the dressing room.
We are 3 of 16. Raekwon has 2, and Garrett has 1.
It's the misses that really concern me, really. But you mentioned those stats, looking at them. Cooper Williams only with 2 points. Ray only has 6. Ray tends to heat up in the second half any better because this Sevier County team, they're solid. I mean, if we had a really good fourth quarter against them when we played them before, or the Wildcats were in a tie, but I think it was either tied or it was very close after 3 quarters the first time we played them. The Wildcats had a solid fourth quarter, and that's what I'm sure they're hoping for now. Both teams have come out of the dressing room. It is a blackout here. The students came mainly dressed in black today. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, and we know we have a lot of people right now watching, the guys in white of the baseball team, they beat Halls today over at Bobby Hopkins Field. 5-0 was the final score, but Wildcats have a lot of work to do if they want to get to Murfreesboro and join the Lady Wildcats. The boys and the girls have been to state tournament the same year 8 different times, trying to make it 9, but they're going to have a solid second half. They've got to, I think, just got to kind of limit their turnovers a little bit more. They've got to do a better job rebounding, and I think they need to be more, concentrate a little bit on going inside, and we got to get Ray involved and Cooper as well. Halftime score, Wildcats trail the Bears of Sevier County High School 26-25. We appreciate Jim and Barb Taubenheim, Bryson Linnaeus, and Marcus Underwood for paying our rights fee. We're under 3 minutes to play, to go left at halftime. So we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the second half. The winner to Murfreesboro, the loser ends a great year. We'll be back to the Wildcat Arena in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Hayes, Ben George, and Caleb Jackson. Other scores of interest, Maribel all over Science Hill right now, 30-19 at halftime. North Green leads Oliver Springs 29-16. Alcoa's on top of Kingston. And right now, the Wildcats trail 26-25. Mark, we've discussed it. What are your thoughts? What do we need to get a good second half going and win this ball game?
I mean, I agree with you, David. We got to limit turnovers, and we've got to get the ball inside, move the ball around, and catch the shooters when they're open. As you said, Jarrell Jimerson had a perfect opportunity there late in the first half to get the ball down on the right side to Garrett for a three-pointer, but opted to go back to the top of the key to Ray.
Sevier County will get the ball first. Final half of basketball to be played here at the Wildcat Arena during the 24-25 season. The Wildcats hoping to continue on their season. The man laid out of the dressing room as the Bears will get the ball first. Oak Ridge comes out with Shamar Green, Cooper Williams, Charlie Taubenheim, Garrett Giles, and Raekwon Watson, the original starting 5. The same 5 basically that have started most of the season. Sevier County ball. Wearing their all purple. They'll be moving from left to right here in the second half. 26-25 they lead. Their biggest lead was 3. Oak Ridge's biggest lead, 4. Here comes Sevier County with the basketball. The Wildcats watch them work the ball in for a drive, all the way in for a shot, which is good. Just too quick that time. Just got around the Wildcat defense, and Oak Ridge trails by 3.
That point by Barton, Jaden Barton, that's his 10th.
Oak Ridge basketball. Garrett Giles with the basketball. Fires it into Cooper, who throws the ball away. Another turnover by the Wildcats. Oak Ridge had a lot of those in the first half that really hurt them. They need a stop on defense. Sevier County obviously came ready to play. Here's a backdoor play, this time intercepted by Oak Ridge on a deflection to Cooper Williams. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. Garrett Giles with it. Garrett works the ball into Shamar. Shamar drives in for the shot. Good. Shamar now with 13 points, and Oak Ridge trails again by 1.
I'm telling you, Shamar's automatic when he gets the ball down on the block there, David.
Sevier County basketball. Wildcats trailing by a point, 28-27. They work the ball to the free throw line. Looking for a backdoor cut, nothing there. 5-second count was on. He had to give it up. Out to the top of the circle, it goes out to Jaden Barton. Barton holds it and gives it over to Ownby. Guarded by Shamar. They lob the ball in. Ball deflected back in the rear court by Oak Ridge. Not an over and back. It'll be Sevier County ball. 28-27 the score. Ownby with the basketball. Swings the ball to the left side. Oak Ridge working hard defensively, trailing by a point. They work the ball top of the circle once again. Newman to the right wing, right in front of the Sevier County bench. It goes to Jet Sutton, who backs it up. The Wildcats use a turnover here. They're kind of lulling us to sleep a little bit as Sutton gets the ball on the left side, back to the top. Now they'll drive in. Good defense there. The Wildcats stop what was going to be a 3. 6:12 to play. Sevier County gets the ball out to the corner. Good defense again by Charlie. Charlie staying with him, forces him on the baseline with a foul.
Yeah, they're going to say he shoved him out.
Personal foul called against Sevier County. These officials, as I mentioned, are from Greenville. So far, so good with them. Smoky Bear basketball underneath the goal. 28-27 the score. They lob the ball in. Then it comes to Parker Newman. Newman lobs the ball and throws it away. Taken away by Cooper Williams. Here come the Wildcats down the floor. The Oak Ridge students need to get back involved. They were loud and proud in the first half. They're standing as Oak Ridge works it out to Garrett Giles. Around to Cooper it goes. Cooper only with 2 points in the ball game. And he's called for a travel or a double dribble. But Green didn't like it. Wildcats needed to come out and help Cooper a bit. He's way outside the arc as the Bears get the basketball, moving left to right with it. Jet Sutton. Just way too many turnovers. And there's an offensive player control foul, maybe a makeup against Jet Sutton. The Wildcats will get it side court.
Yeah, for Sutton, that'll be his first, team first for the quarter as the Wildcats have the ball side midcourt now with Ray.
Trailing by 1. The Wildcats force one into Garrett Giles. What's the call now? The Wildcats forced a pass into Shamar. Then a foul was called against Sevier County.
They called a foul on number 12, David.
28-27. Ray to Charlie. Charlie for 3. Misses everything. Wildcats have had a couple of those in this one. Wildcats are pumped up for this game. As that one goes out of bounds, it'll be Sevier County ball. Charlie had a good look at it, just wouldn't go for him.
Yeah, I think he rushed it, David. I think he was so eager to get the shot off, it didn't look very fluid to me.
Sevier County basketball, they can up their lead. It's already 1. The Wildcats haven't scored last couple trips. Sevier County drive again, and then the ball's loose on the floor, saved on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball. Should be an alternate possession, arrow to Oak Ridge, and the Wildcats will get it on that turnover. I don't know. We've seen that happen a bit where players make a hard cut on the floor and slide. He lost his footing, and Cooper did a really good job to tie him up. Oak Ridge down a point, 28-27 in this elimination ball game. Ray outside the line. Top of the circle, backing it up into the midcourt circle. Got a screen from Cooper. Comes off left side to Charlie. Back to Garrett Giles. Got to get the ball quickly to those three-point shooters when they are open. Cooper with it. He'll shoot one. That's up and no good. Rebounded right back up by Charlie. No good. Tip back up again. No good. Pulled away by Sevier County. Charlie doesn't usually take that shot, and Cooper doesn't take that shot. I think the Wildcats, a little bit of panic right now as the Bears have the basketball. The Wildcats trying to find any kind of offense they can, trailing by a point, 4:38 to play in the third quarter. Got to get Ray involved. Ray just hasn't been free, and good job of scouting. Obviously, Ken Wright knows us as they launch a 3 and knock it down. The Wildcats are down 4. Here comes Oak Ridge down the floor with the basketball. Raekwon Watson back to Cooper to Charlie. Charlie's going to drive in, kick it out to Ray. They need this 3. No good. Another ball out of bounds. Last touch by Oak Ridge. Wildcats, very seldom, these three-point shooters missing everything. And I don't know if their legs are dead or what, but that one was a bad miss by Ray. And here comes Sevier County. They can increase their lead. It's up to 4. Wildcats not shooting the ball well at all on their home floor. Their basketball, shot no good. Good rebound there by Oak Ridge. And here comes Cooper with it to Ray. Back to Cooper, back to Ray. Oak Ridge, Ray will drive in all the way inside to Shamar. Offensive player control foul called against Ray. He ran right into the guy. Good defensive setup again. Oak Ridge trails 31-27, struggling for offense tonight, Mark.
Yeah, I think Sevier County has probably scouted Ray for his drives down there, and they just know that if they set up for him, he's going to go no matter what.
And even if he penetrates and kicks the ball out, the Wildcat three-point shooters are struggling right now. As Oak Ridge, once again, back on defense, trailing by 4. Sevier County can up that lead again, and they do. It's up to 6. Wildcats just cannot find any offense. Only 2 points this entire quarter, Mark.
Yeah, they're definitely struggling. Let's see, Sevier County's outscored them 7-2. So they got to shore up their offense here. They got Malik Howard.
And a dunk for Malik, and a good pass there by Garrett Giles, catching the open guy, and that's what I've been calling for the entire game. Get the ball inside and work plays to get them along the baseline, get them free. 4-point Sevier County lead, 3 minutes to play. They'll drive in. Cooper blocks the ball out of bounds. It'll be Sevier County basketball. 29 points total for the Wildcats. That's a very low scoring total for Oak Ridge, as everybody knows. Sevier County ball, trying to beat Oak Ridge. They eliminated Oak Ridge in football. They're trying to do the same in men's basketball. Here's a turnaround jumper, partially rejected, rebounded by Malik Howard. Malik's come in and had benefits as Garrett Giles drives in. Back to Malik for the layup. Another dunk. Another jam and by Malik, and I believe a foul is going to be called as well, I do believe. Not sure exactly what that official just called, but it is a bucket for Malik Howard, and a timeout is asked for. 2:39 to play third quarter. Malik's come in and provided a little of excitement and has got the crowd going once again.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what they called down there, David.
I mean, it didn't seem like it was a foul, though, was it?
Was it maybe a warning for hanging on the rim? I don't know. Because typically that would be a technical foul, but they're not shooting technical foul. But yeah, I don't know what the whistle was for, David.
Well, he didn't hang on it for any length of time, to be honest with you. We do appreciate Jim and Barb Taubenheim, Bryson Linnaeus, and Marcus Underwood for sponsoring our YouTube broadcast today in front of this great crowd here at the Wildcat Arena. In this sectional ball game, the Wildcats and Smoky Bears trying to get to the state tournament. The Wildcats haven't been since 2021. The Bears will have the basketball here. It's a 2-point game. They'll have the basketball. Oak Ridge will put a little press on in the rear court. Malik Howard will be fronting number 22, Barton, as he tries to work the ball in, and he does. See if they don't try to trap. I'm kind of surprised Wildcats haven't attempted any traps in that rear court off of that press as they work the ball top of the circle off to Barton. 2-point game, Sevier County in the lead, 33-31. They drive in and lose the ball. Malik steals it to Ray, and here come the Wildcats with a chance to tie. Couple turnovers there. Ray brings it across the line. 33-31 the score. High looping pass to Malik. Comes cross court to Giles with a high pass. Garrett to Shamar. Lost the ball. And he's fouled, I believe. Foul called against the Smoky Bears. That's a kind of a tough call. There was a little contact there, Mark, but I don't know if it constituted a foul.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have called that one, David. But, as we said the other night, I'll take it. But, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that was just a regular turnover by Shamar.
Third team foul called against the Wildcats. Oak Ridge ball. They work it in. Then it comes to Cooper, top of the circle to Ray. Ray backs it up. Oak Ridge trailing by 2. Wildcats trailed at the half. Here's Malik with it. Forces a pass into Malik into Cooper. Cooper layup. Good. And we're tied. That's what we need to do. Get the ball inside. 33-33 the score. Sevier County with a couple turnovers that helps the Wildcats' cause here to get right back in it after trailing by 6. They just stop again on defense, get a little momentum, kind of ride this momentum. 1:39 to play third quarter, 33-33 the score. Their basketball, driving with it, number 22, in for a layup, good. Nice pass that time, and Sevier's back on top.
Nick Dougherty on that 2-point, David. He's got 4 now.
Ray over to Malik Howard. Almost lost the ball. Saved by Ray. Back to Malik. Malik's going to drive right elbow. Back to
there it is.
Garrett Giles. 3-pointer. Left corner is no good. And what's the call on the rebound attempt? Wow. Just looked like guys going for rebounds. I disagree, but he was the far official, not the official closest to the play. Either way, it's a foul against Oak Ridge, and that's the 13th foul. Here comes the trap, almost a steal. Here come the Bears coming out of the floor with the basketball down low. They throw the ball away. Oak Ridge will get it on their turnover. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 35-33. Oak Ridge led by 3 after 1. Trailed 26-25 at the half, and they trail now by 2, 35-33 with a minute to play in the third period. Sevier County, a good basketball team. They've won 26 games on the year. Ray with it. Coach Green calls a new play, 50 seconds to play. Garrett Giles with it. Wildcats find Cooper into Malik for his dunk. He missed it. You're going to dunk it. You got to make it. He's hit 2, and that's a big miss, and they can get some momentum off of that as the Wildcats try to get the ball with 36 seconds to play. They drive the ball to the right corner. Malik has had 2 dunks already in this game, and that one's a big miss. That would have tied the ball game. Just don't give up anything to close out the quarters. The Wildcats down 2, 35-33, 20 seconds to play. Sevier County going for the final shot, it would appear. Everybody spread. Shamar, Garrett, Malik, along with Ray and Cooper in the ballgame. Number 22 is going to drive in, pull up and shoot a 3. No good. Sevier County has the rebound. They get another 3. All because of the missed dunk. The Wildcats give up the bucket. They trail by 5 going into the 4th and final quarter. Sevier County trying to make it back to the state tournament. The Wildcats have work to do. 38-33 the score. We'll be back with the 4th and final quarter in a moment. David Clary back here along with Mark and Shauna Haste, Ben George, Caleb Jackson. Wildcats trailing by 5 now, 38-33. They've trailed by as many as 6. Wildcats the entire second half, and Wildcats had a chance to tie it on that dunk, but they got going to get the districts. Wildcats at 8 minutes to go. Wildcats have been playing dangerous ball the last several ball games anyway, having to come behind, have another come behind. County try to kind of take that ball game. County tries to guard number 11, but I think County got it. Now, your county crowd making a lot of noise. Travel down as the Bears try to work the ball in, and they do finally. 7:43 to play. Wildcats trailing by 5. Wildcats played excellent ball. Wildcat worked the ball inside, unable to shoot over Shamar. They back it up. Now they work the ball once again to the corner. Unable to shoot. Now they do from inside the arc. Now come the Wildcats with it. Over to Cooper Williams to Malik Howard. Going to make good, strong passes. Cooper with it. Cooper gives it in to Shamar. Kamar, what's the call? Going to be a foul call for Sevier County. 7-point game, biggest lead of the night. Wildcats, they play a kind of a weird kind of a zone, do the Smoky Bears. The Wildcats have tried to solve it. They've missed a lot of shots, and the pass comes into Shamar. Back to Ray to Garrett. Wildcats need some perimeter offense. Shot good by Garrett Giles. It's a nice shot. That's a 5-point lead for Sevier County. 7 minutes to play in somebody's season.
5 points now for Garrett. David, as Sevier County comes the other way.
6:53 and counting. 5-point game. Wildcats need some Defensive stops. Free throw line jumper's on its way, and they are on fire. They are filling it and feeling it here at the Wildcat Arena. Back to a 7-point game. Wildcats trailing it. Oak Ridge basketball. Garrett Giles. A lot of senior talent on this floor for the Wildcats. Garrett gets a three, shoots it, missed it. Rebounded by Shamar, saved by Malik, and he dunks this one, his third dunk of the game. Oak Ridge trails 42-37. Back to a 5-point game. Got to get back on defense, though. Sevier County in the lead by 5. 6:16 to play in the ball game. 42-37 the score. Sevier County ball. They're in purple. The Wildcats are in their home whites. Trying to knock off Oak Ridge and head to the state tournament. Wildcats working hard defensively, and what's the call? Away from the ball. Going to have a holding call against Cooper Williams, I do believe. 6 minutes to play, 5-point Sevier County lead. They have the basketball underneath the goal.
Yeah, Cooper picks up his third foul, David. Second team foul of the quarter.
Smoky Bear basketball. Wildcats haven't gotten a whole lot in transition today on steals as the Smoky Bears, what a three. That was a long shot, but they get the rebound. Their rebounding has been superb in this game. A very kind of a ill-advised shot as the Smoky Bears, with 5:41 to play, they lead by 5. Shamar trying to guard number 22, and he's going to drive in, kick the ball to the corner. It's a big three. It's no good. Long rebound. Sevier County again, but he might have pushed off for it. That's a tough push-off foul. Wildcats will get it. They just have so much motion. They always seem to find the open player for the three-point shot.
Yeah, and honestly, David, he wasn't that open. They kind of just, ran the play towards him and got him the ball. And he took a quick shot, and fortunately, Oak Ridge gets the ball off the rebound.
Malik shoots a three. Probably not the shot they wanted, but Cooper has the rebound, then he lost it Shamar lost it because he's fouled. Foul, I believe, called against the Sevier County Smoky Bears. Wildcats taking some shots they don't normally take. Probably in a panic mode here, down by 5. A lot of time, though. 5:19 to play in the ballgame. 42-37. Garrett Giles will work the ball in. The Wildcats could use some Ray offense and some just Ray magic as he gets the ball outside the line. Pulls up, shoots a three.
Nice.
Good! 3-point shot, just what the doctor ordered.
Very nice shot by Ray. He didn't have much space, but he made the most of it, David.
5 minutes to play in the ball game. 42-40. Sevier County on top by 2. Smoky Bear ball. Shamar working hard, and they're going to call a foul on Shamar Green. How many is that on Shamar?
That should be his third, David.
5 minutes exactly to play in the ball game. A 2-point Smoky Bear lead. 42-40. They've led the entire second half. Bear ball. Yet to get it in. 5-second call was on. They have to call a timeout. The Lady Wildcats will play at 5 o'clock Eastern time against Bartlett at the state tournament. We'll have the broadcast on FM 92.7. The boys trying to get to the state tournament, but they are trailing 42-40. If somehow Oak Ridge can win this ball game, well, Sevier County too, they'll play the winner of Laverne and Walker Valley. That's a sub-state going on right now. Other games, Bradley Central is taking on Siegel. Dixon County is taking on Morristown East. Hillsboro is taking on Centennial. Science Hills taking on Maryville. Whitehaven taking on Kirkwood. Independence taking on Beach. The last score I had in the Science Hill Maryville game, they were up at halftime 30-19. Oliver Springs has made it a close ball game in their game with North Green. It's a 5-point game. Most of those other ball games going on in West Tennessee, so a little bit behind us. Bradley's on top of Siegel 49-36, and that's about all the scores we had. Here at the Wildcat Arena in front of a big crowd, a lot of students, the Wildcats trail 42-40. The winner advances to the state tournament. Mark, here we go again. Another one of these nail biters coming down to the very last moments of the game.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game, David, off air, and, we've had several of them here in a row, so we should be used to them, but I don't think we are.
I don't like it. 42-40 the score. Here comes Sevier County driving in. Layup, no good. Rebound, Cooper Williams. The Ray. The Wildcats with a chance to tie. Got to have a good possession. Ray drives in. Floating shot. Good, and we are tied. 42-42 the score. The Wildcats get a turnover when they needed it. 4:43 to play. The Wildcats have erased a 7-point deficit. Here come the Smoky Bears once again with the basketball. Dribbling outside the line, number 11. That is Jet Sutton. They work the ball to the baseline. Ball deflected and intercepted on a deflection to Garrett Giles. To Cooper and Shamar, and Ray brings the ball down the floor. 4:24 to play in the game. 42-42 the score. The Wildcats with the basketball and the lead. Ray swings it over to Malik Howard, the dunking machine today. Ray to Garrett, into Shamar. One dribble. Before that, what's the call? Holding foul called against the Bears. Fourth team foul called against Sevier County. 42-42 the score. No free throws as of yet. Oak Ridge ball underneath the goal.
Number 25, David, for them. He'll come out of the game. Nick Dougherty, he had just picked up his fourth foul with 4:10 remaining in the ball game.
Got to have a good inbounds here as Malik Howard will work it into Ray. Ray backs up outside the line. 4:06 to play in the ball game. 42-42 the score. Oak Ridge ball. Garrett Giles with it. Stops, gives it out to Ray. Wildcats backing it up once again. Here's a steal. Layup. If they can get it, nope, they're going to lose it out of bounds. Nope, it's going to be Oak Ridge saving it. To Shamar, to Ray on an outlet. All the way in. Inside, Malik.
Oh, yes.
Layup, good. And he's fouled. The Wildcats take the lead. That was an ugly play to start with to get the turnover. Then they tried to push it all the way up the floor, and they had to save it from going out of bounds, and a couple purple shirts got it. Then the Wildcats got the bucket, and Malik has an opportunity for a three-point play.
I thought Malik was going to dunk it, but he went up and did a loop-de-loo underneath the bucket and made it on the other side, David. He's now got 10 points.
And Oak Ridge all of a sudden is on top 45-42 over the Bears. They've got a three if they wanted it. Nope, he's not going to take the shot. It would have been a long one. 45-42 Wildcats, 3:29 to play in the ballgame. Now here's a long three. No good. Rebound, Cooper Williams. Wildcats with the basketball. Hand it to Ray and bring the ball down the floor. 45-42 the score, 3:16 to play in the ballgame. Wildcats need a good position. Sevier County out to guard the Wildcats. Out high it goes to Malik. Malik inside to Cooper. Layup. He is a charge. Used his body. Didn't need to do that.
Nope.
Tried to clear out. All you had to do is go to the goal and score. He used his whole backside and bumped the guy down. Not what they needed right there. 3:06 to play. Cooper's had a great career for the Wildcats. That play, I know he probably wished he had back.
Yeah, it's another instance where he just kind of lowered his shoulder and went into the defender. And like I said, I've said before, you'll get called every time for that.
Sevier County basketball. Getting late in the ball game. 2:52 to play. Oak Ridge has a 3-point lead. 45-42. They've trailed most of the second half. Bear basketball. There's a steal. Wildcat basketball. Then Cooper had to be fouled, and he was. That's the 15th foul. I'm not sure. Ball just came popping out of there. And the Wildcats will go to the other end of the floor, and Cooper Williams, a 71% free throw shooter, averaging 12 points a ball game, will go to the free throw line.
Cooper's got 4 points on the night, David. This will be his first attempt from the free throw line.
Need them all. Oak Ridge by 3. Cooper, as I mentioned, a 71% free throw shooter. Hit 4 big ones against Maryville the other day, but he misses on that one.
He needs to
Cooper
slow
not
down
having
a
his
little bit.
best ball game. What?
He needs to slow down a little bit. He kind of rushed that free throw, I think.
A lot of nerves on these seniors. You understand this could be their last game, and I get it. As Cooper goes to the free throw line, did slow down there and missed it. Missed them both. Cooper not really having the best ball game, but he's gotten a couple rebounds and a couple steals, and that's important, obviously. Sevier County gets a layup. Blocked! They're going to call a foul on Cooper or Malik. Wildcats got to hit those free throws. You know, Cooper did a really good job the other day hitting those free throws against Maryville as the Bears go to the free throw line, trailing Oak Ridge 45-42, 2:29 to play in somebody's season. Roman Gibbons at the line. He's a 5'10 junior. His first toss is no good. Big miss right there, Mark Haste.
Yes, it really was. I'm really glad that foul was not on Cooper because I've got Cooper with 4 fouls, so I was glad Malik picked that one up. For Malik, that's just his second.
Back to the free throw line, Roman Gibbons. Clang, no good. Cooper's got the rebound. Oak Ridge by 3, so both teams miss an opportunity at the free throw line. Oak Ridge has a 3-point lead, 2:20 to play. See if Coach Green calls a timeout. Ray Ray's going to be allowed to dribble at the top of the key and work some time off. 45-42 Wildcats. Winner goes to the state tournament. Ray dribbling right, gives it off to Malik, double teamed and trapped, swings the ball in and lost it. Not a good play again. They work the ball in for a layup, good. Big turnover there, and the Wildcats will see a timeout called. I knew it when Malik got it there that he should not force the ball inside. That's what he tried to do, and he was picked off. It needed to go right back to Ray. The ball needs to be, my personal opinion, in Ray's hands right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And everybody else needs to just kind of spread out. We need to take as much time off the clock as we can, David. It's only a 1-point game now. I mean, it felt better when there was 3 points and we had the ball. But unfortunately, a turnover by Malik Howard and Sevier County, they're a good team. They'll make you pay, and that's exactly what they did.
45-44 Wildcats. It's going to come down to it. Just under 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Once again, I can't thank Jim and Barb Taubenheim, Bryson Linnaeus, and Marcus Underwood enough for paying our rights fee. When you get to this level, it's $500 per ball game, and we've been able to stream all of the ball games this year in the tournaments. It all started in the district with Jeff and Mike Henderson, John Jigg, Doris and Dennis Johnson, Donna and Jeff Hatmaker, Alfred Stevens and Teresa Stevens, the Dowdell family, Bryson Linnaeus, along with Roger and Judy Kelly, along with Terry Lee, and of course Dennis and Doris Johnson and the cousins and uncles, Jackie, Jason, Casey, and Caitlin Jones. And today, Jim and Barb Taubenheim, Bryson Linnaeus, and Marcus Underwood. Oak Ridge ball leading by only a point, 45-44. The Wildcats work the ball into Garrett Giles. Back to Malik it goes. The Wildcats bringing the ball down the floor. Oak Ridge driving with it. Outside the line it goes out to Ray. 1:48 to play. Oak Ridge with it to Cooper Williams. Ray holds the ball in the midcourt circle. Deflected. Has trouble with it. It's deflected. Here comes the trap. Back to Cooper it goes. Cooper to Malik Howard. Malik back to Ray, and almost a bad pass again. You got to make crisp passes. Cooper Williams thought about a three, will not take it. Wildcats then turn the ball over again. Another turnover for Cooper. Layup on the other end. Shamar blocks it. Then they're calling a foul. That's not what the Wildcats wanted. They need the ball into Ray's hands here. 45-42, they can retake the lead. Turnovers killing Oak Ridge right now.
Yeah, just critical time turnovers too, David. Oak Ridge obviously trying to slow the game down, take as much time off the possession as they can. As first free throw is up, and good by Owenby. That's his first free throw of the night. He now has 3 points. So Reed Owenby seems like a very good player, but he's only scored here in the fourth quarter for the Bears.
45-45, they can take the lead on this free throw, and they do. Wildcats have seen that lead, which was so promising early on, to be squandered as Garrett's going to bring the ball down the floor. Don't need a turnover right here as he hands it off to Ray. The Wildcats trailing 45-46. This is an elimination ball game. And here comes a foul, I believe, against the Smoky Bears. That'll send Oak Ridge to the free throw line. It'll be Ray. 1:09 to play in somebody's season right now. The Wildcats are trailing 46-45. Ray to the free throw line. Toss good.
Ray typically, in his final games, he's just very good at the free throw line in the fourth quarters.
84% free throw shooter, can give Oak Ridge the lead once again. 1:09 to play. Second toss, good. And now the Wildcats need a stop on defense. Don't want to commit any fouls. We're down to the minute 5 mark. Let's see if Sevier County wants to call a timeout to set up their final play. Newman with the basketball. Wildcats by 1, 47-46. Wildcats could use a turnover. Number 23 driving at the free throw line, right elbow. Backs it up once again. 50 seconds to play in the ball game. Malik deflects it back into rear court and will bring the ball back across the line. 44 seconds to play, and now Sevier County.
Malik hit it out of bounds, so Sevier County will have the ball in front of their own bench, David.
43.9 seconds. Oak Ridge by 1, 47-46. To work the ball in will be Jaden Barton. Barton looks, gets the ball in. Sevier County basketball. driving in. They work the ball to the right block. Malik trying to guard. They swing the ball top of the key. Don't want to give up a long three here. Sevier County ball. There's a steal. The Wildcats will get it. Ray all over Jet Sutton. And with 31 seconds to play, the Wildcats have the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. Oh, they just lost the ball on the court. I was just like, I didn't know what was going on there, David. But yeah, Jet Sutton just kind of lost the ball out of bounds under the defense or the pressure of Shamar, rather Ray, David. Nice job here. I would expect Sevier County to foul.
They need to get the ball to Raekwon Watson. 31.2 seconds to play. A packed house here at the Wildcat Arena as we expected it. We expected a big crowd. We know Sevier County always travels well, but look at that student section across the way. Just tremendous turnout for this final game of the season here at the Wildcat Arena. Hopefully not the final game of the season for Oak Ridge. Holding on to a slim 47-46 lead, 31.2 seconds to play in somebody's season here at the Wildcat Arena. The winner heads to the state tournament. It has been a struggle. Sevier County, as I've said to a lot of people all last weekend, they're a good team. The score was not indicative of the way the game went when we played them in the regular season. The Wildcats ended up winning, looked like handily, but I think it was like a 1 or 2 point game at the end of the third quarter. Got to make good plays on the inbounds. Cannot afford to turn the ball over. Garrett Giles will work the ball in. Got to get it into Ray, who catches it on a dead run. Now he's going to drive the baseline. He draws the foul. Ray will go to the free throw line. Not much time off the clock. 27.8 seconds to play. Ray to the free throw line. Ray is an 84% free throw shooter. What has he done tonight?
He's 2 of 2 from the line tonight. He has 13 points total.
Free throw is good. 48, 46. Oak Ridge by 2. Ray trying to make it a 3-point game. He does. 49-46. Sevier County with a 3 can tie the ball game. They've got the ball with 24 seconds to play. Here they come down the floor. Sevier County going to drive all the way in for a layup. We gave it to him. That was too easy. I understand you don't want to foul, but you don't want to do that. It was like the Red Sea parting, allowing him to drive for a layup. And that didn't take any time at all. That is not good at all for the Wildcats, and it's back to a 1-point game. That was just inexcusable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it looked like the lights were on for landing that time, David. I mean, it was just wide open going down the lane for Sevier County.
Still so much time left on the clock. Oak Ridge by 1, 49-48. 17.2 seconds to play in front of a packed house here at the Wildcat Arena. Remember, 7 o'clock Thursday, the Lady Wildcats take on Bartlett. The guys trying to get to the state tournament, but they've kind of gotten in their way a little bit in this ball game. Credit Sevier County. Sevier County has played some really, really good ball today. They've taken advantage of Oak Ridge's mistakes. Oak Ridge is going to get the ball with 17 seconds to play, and I would assume they will probably foul immediately again.
Yeah, I would definitely work the ball into Ray and expect them to foul them as soon as possible.
The Wildcats have their 4 seniors in: Cooper Williams, Garrett Giles, Shamar Green, and Ray. Don't go with the home run pass. Wildcats going to get it. Oh, Cooper's got to get it in. It goes to Malik, and here it goes to Shamar, and then a foul's called away from the ball. Timeout Oak Ridge. Got the ball in bounds. I don't know if Coach Green didn't like what he saw. I don't know if we'll have to do it again on the baseline. 49-48, Oak Ridge by 1.
Coach
Mark?
Green checking with the referee to see where the inbound ball will be thrown. It'll be thrown on the baseline. He wanted to know, is that going to be in the side court? Because Malik Howard was over there. And so I kind of got the impression that Coach Green may not have wanted the ball in Malik's hands at that point. So when he caught it and Malik didn't have an immediate open pass, he wanted to call timeout and talk about it.
Malik's not a bad free throw shooter. He's 73%, but I think you want it in the hands. But he's a sophomore.
Right.
You know, the Wildcats cannot afford to turn the ball in or turn the ball over as Malik will work the ball in. Where's Ray Ray? We've got everything kind of extended, you don't want to throw a bad pass here on a home run. You just want to just get it into a good free throw shooter. And the Wildcats will work it into Cooper. Cooper doesn't need to turn the ball over. He needs to stop right there. Yes, he does. 12.3 seconds to play. We didn't want him to walk. Cooper 0 for 2, I think, from the free throw line. These are the two biggest free throws of his career. He comes in at 71%.
Yes, you're exactly right, David. 0 of 2 from the free throw line. That's here in the fourth quarter.
He has struggled,
Clutch.
I think, tonight. That was a clutch free throw. You're exactly right. Oak Ridge by 2. 50-48. 12.3 seconds to play in the ballgame. Cooper trying to make it a 3-point lead for the Wildcats. 50-48 Wildcats. The senior back to the free throw line. Toss.
Nice.
Good. Really looked good on that one. Coach Green's going to call another timeout. 51-48. Oak Ridge in the lead. 12.3 seconds to go in somebody's season or perhaps regulation here at the Wildcat Arena. Mark, why can't we have a blowout? These games are they've taken 10 years off my life this last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think it's due to our cardiologists, David, because they really like it when my blood pressure gets high.
51-48, the Wildcats in the lead. The foul situation, both teams have committed 5, so obviously they'll be shooting free throws. You don't want to give up a 3, but you don't want to foul a guy shooting a 3 and making it. You know, there's a lot of scenarios here, and it's scary to me because the Sevier County Smoky Bears have proven they can knock down 3-point shots.
Yeah, I would keep someone in number 11's face. That's Jet Sutton. He has been just a terror for us tonight, David. He's got 23 points on the night. He's got, 4 3-pointers and looks like 5 2-pointers. So I would definitely try to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible.
51-48 the score. Wildcats in the lead. 12.3 seconds to play in somebody's season. Somebody's going to Murfreesboro. Somebody is getting ready for next season. Sevier County ball, the Wildcats playing a little man in the rear court. They've yet to get the ball in. Now they do on a dead run. Here they come down the floor. Don't let them shoot a 3. Outside the line, they get a layup. It's up, and it's good. Wildcats holding the ball, working it in to Shamar. He lost it, taken away by Ray Ray. The game's over. Oak Ridge win! 51-50. The final score. Oak Ridge has won the ball game. It is pandemonium here at Blankenship Field at the Wildcat Arena. The Wildcats gave up the layup. They didn't commit the foul. Shamar saved it from going out of bounds. And Oak Ridge apparently has won the ball game 51-50, and they are headed to the state basketball tournament with a thrilling 51-50 win over the Sevier County Smoky Bears.
Oak Ridge scored 18 points in the fourth quarter, David. That's their most output in a quarter in the game tonight. So great finish for the Wildcats, David. And how big were those free throws that Cooper Williams hit there at the very end?
As I said, the most important free throws of his entire life as Oak Ridge is headed back to Murfreesboro. The boys and the girls headed to the state basketball tournament. They'll play the winner of Laverne and Walker Valley a week from Thursday. 51-50 the final score. Mark, you got to help me talk a little bit.
Just an incredible win, David. Just absolutely incredible. I honestly didn't get to see the deflection down there. I saw the save, so I look forward to seeing that here in the future. But just very glad and excited for these Wildcats. What a great team it's been this year. So great to see them get to the state tournament. The students are just really celebrating with the players on center court, David.
What a win for the Oak Ridge High School Wildcats. They win it 51-50. And you mentioned cardiologists. I believe they're going to have a lot of business in the next little bit, because that's all you can say. They are the cardiac kids as the Wildcats win their 20th consecutive game. They're now 29-3. More importantly, these seniors, for the first time, are headed to the state basketball tournament. They beat Sevier County, ending the Smoky Bears season. Final score, 51-50. Let me tell you, Mark, you didn't see this, but they gave up the layup, then the Wildcats worked it in, then the ball was deflected out, and Shamar made this great save, grabbing the ball before it went out of bounds and kicked it back into Ray, who caught it on a dead run, and the Wildcats were able to survive. And Oak Ridge ends Sevier County's season on the girls' side on Saturday, and the Smoky Bears, who ended Oak Ridge's football season, are eliminated tonight here at the Wildcat Arena. I have a lot of friends I've met over the years from Sevier County, and I feel for them, but not so much because the Wildcats are going to the state tournament. And this celebration, surprised they haven't brought the ladder out to cut down the nets. As you can see down on the floor, let's tighten up on that shot to see some of those Wildcats down in the middle of the floor. We'll have some player interviews coming up. Alex could not be with us, but Ben George is going to do that once again. And he promised me that he'll get them done a little sooner. But the Wildcats win it 51-50. I wish whoever we play, whether it be Laverne at the state tournament or I've just gone blank because I'm so nervous, or Walker Valley, a team we've already played, I hope we can beat somebody by 20. I mean, these games have just been absolutely crazy, and trailing most of the second half. That's what the Wildcats did. They trailed most of the second half, and somehow the way they've been doing it with guts and senior leadership and clutch plays by Shamar, Cooper's free throws, Ray obviously, and Gary Giles, just the whole group. This is another team win. They didn't substitute much. I think Malik had to play some big minutes, and he's just a sophomore. As you can see, all the glad hands and the hugs and the kisses and just going on. I'm surprised they haven't brought the ladder out yet. But the Wildcats have won at 51-50. I'll speak to Coach Green. Ben will have some interviews as well. Art, what a game. The Wildcats, as I said, did trail most of the game.
Oh, yeah, just a fantastic game, David. Nothing's easy. I tell you what, in my opinion, these guys have a will not lose attitude. It's like they don't have any doubt in themselves, and they don't get flustered. You'll be glad to know that the ladder is being set up right now, David. So we should have the ceremony of the cutting of the net.
The Wildcats win the ball game 51-50. Appreciate Jim and Barb Taubenheim. I know they're excited up in Washington State. Bryson Linnaeus, Marcus Underwood, a Shelter Insurance agent, sponsored this one. I know we've still got 600 or 700 people watching currently, as we're about to have what we saw on Saturday when all the girls went up and cut parts of the net down. That's what we have here in front of a lot of crowd. And, the student section, they never gave up on these guys. They never gave up. Now they're looking for scissors. Coach Taylor was ready on Saturday. She had scissors ready to go on Saturday night. Now Coach Green had to go find the ladder. Now I think he's gone back into his office to find some scissors to cut down this net. And they're about, I don't know who's going to be first. Ben will have some interviews. I told him, try to get them, after they come down. I know they want to watch their teammates, but there is a crowd here. It's a buzzing. I can't really hear it too well, but there is a crowd down on the floor. Who's going to be up on the ladder? Who's going to find the scissors? Are they running to Walgreens to get some scissors?
Dr. Hawkins has the scissors right in front of the ladder, so all they need to do is get organized.
Yeah, that's the head coach's job. He's taking his team back to the state tournament the first time since 2021. You remember that team? Jonathan Millaway, Jeremy Miller, that whole group.
Yes, that was another good team.
They won their first game in that tournament, and then got beaten in the second. As somebody's got to step up. Who's it going to be? Should be one of those seniors, but they're too busy talking with their teammates. And Ben's wandering around. He'll have interviews afterwards. And who's going to go? Mark, you want to cut it down to start the festivities?
I'll send my granddaughter. Coach Taylor was nice enough to give my granddaughter a little piece of the net the other night, and we've already got it framed for her and everything. So I'm sure she's hoping for a little piece tonight as well.
And let's see. I see glad hugs all around from everybody involved down on the floor. It was pandemonium after the end of the game. I'm telling you, Mark, that play by Shamar saved the day for the Wildcats. It saved the day for the Wildcats because that ball was going out of bounds. Now the Coach Green and his group, along with Mr. Hawkins, Ronnie Scott, they're deciding who's going to go first. It's going to be the seniors. They're headed to the state tournament. They'll play a week from this Thursday, 8:15 Eastern time. It's going to be Coach Green. He goes to the top, and he's going to show them how to do it. These guys have not done it. And there's the first one cut. He's trying to instruct them. That's the teacher in him and the coach as he's being watched by a bazillion camera guys. And it's just a fun night. It's been a great season. What can you say, Mark? It's been a great year. Here comes Ray Ray. He'll be the first player. And you can hear the crowd react to him as he strolls up the ladder. And he'll cut it down. What a great season. The girls and the guys both going to Murfreesboro in the state tournament.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic season, David. As I said, it's just been very, very enjoyable to watch these teams. All the players are just great kids as Ray Ray kind of plays it up to the crowd a little bit as he gets his little piece of the net.
Those big free throws by Cooper Williams there at the end, so huge. Here's Big Cooper coming up here. Cooper has been playing and might not get 1,000 points, although, he didn't have a lot of points tonight. He's in range if he can have just a phenomenal state tournament as Garrett Giles, the transfer from Greenback, and I'm sure he's glad that he made the decision to come over and play at Oak Ridge because he's going to the state tournament. Wildcats are there. The Lady Wildcats are there. Garrett cuts the net. Such a good kid, too. I really have gotten to know him pretty well. First got to talk to him in the Bahamas last year. He's just such a great kid. His family is so fantastic, too. Here's Shamar. And he's my sentimental favorite. I've been telling you that all season. He's so improved. And he was so good tonight. He's been so good in the postseason. The most valuable player at the district tournament. He cuts down that little piece and gets a picture made. And who's next?
Charlie Taubenheim.
Here comes Big Charlie. Jim and Barb, there's your grandson cutting the net because he's going to Murfreesboro. Get that flight to Murfreesboro, Barb and Jim, because they're headed to the state tournament. And Charlie's making a little cut, making a big cut. The Wildcats have won 51-50 over Sevier County. They are headed to the state tournament. Who's next?
Malik Howard.
Malik Howard had a great ball game. He played maybe more minutes in this ball game than he has played in maybe any game this year.
Yeah,
Crucial
minutes.
minutes.
He had a really good night. What, 2-3 dunks?
Yeah, missed a fourth
three
one.
Three and a half, I'd say.
Here comes Jarrell Jemerson. Jarrell started the season with an injury, broke his ankle in the Farragut football game and was kind of hobbled most of the first half of the year, but gave some great minutes the other day against Maryville. Had a really big ball game against Maryville and played sparingly today, but he's headed to the state tournament. This has been a great year. The Wildcats.
Ethan James heading up.
Ethan was a starter early on in the year. And then before Malik was able to play, and then Ethan James cutting the net, and now his twin brother, Dallin James. Dallin, a pleasure. He's a great personality, and he's going to be a good player for us, too. He's a pretty solid basketball player, and he gets the crowd to react once again. Great student section here tonight. They saw and witnessed a great game. Luis Soria on the ladder now. And we'll have some player interviews in a bit. Ben George is down on the floor. Luis cuts it down, the sophomore, good shooter. He'll be back next year. And here comes, looks like Josh Amos. And he's going to cut the net once again. Josh, a good kid too. And he's going to Murfreesboro. So are the Lady Wildcats. 9th time in school history that both Oak Ridge girls and guys are headed to the state tournament. Now here's Eli Peters. Eli had a big bad bone bruise in the Fulton ball game and hasn't been able to play since the last game of the year. And hopefully with another extra week, maybe he'll get a chance to play in Murfreesboro. Eli cuts down a little piece of the net. You can see some of the parents crying down on the floor as they watch their kids and the kids that we've watched play, some of them for 4 years, get a chance to cut down a net. And now let's see who's next. I guess that's about everybody. Get the assistant coaches up there as we wait for maybe Ronnie Scott. Scott is a player, I think, went to the state tournament. Mark? Yeah,
one thing, that I thought about is look at all the students that are out there, David. And today is the first weekday of spring vacation. And all these students came out to support the boys team tonight. That is just absolutely fantastic.
Coach Price cuts down the net and has his picture taken with it. Now, where is Ronnie Scott? No, it's going to be Aiden Hawkins. He's the next guy up. He is the director of basketball operations, and not only does he do good work for the boys during these tournaments, he has been right there with the Lady Wildcats as well. Congratulations, Aiden. Saw him last night at Outback along with his mother and dad, and he was excited about this game, I can tell you, as we all were. As now
Brian Leffler.
He gets the crowd to go. I'm pumped for Brian. I never would have believed Brian Leffler would be cutting down a net. He is a certified trainer and one of my best friends and one of the former crew members. And it's Coach Green going up again. How come Coach Scott didn't want to go? Well, Mr. Hawkins can go. How about Joe Gaddis? I think they're calling for somebody else to come. Ronnie hadn't gone up. Unless I missed it, I didn't see Ronnie go up. As Coach Green's going to cut.
He's down there next to Dr. Hawkins.
And another piece there. And let's see. Now Ronnie
they're going to bring that to his dad, I bet.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because Danny Green, he broke his hip during the first part of the year, gets a hug. And broke his hip and just can't get up on the ladder. He would have, though. I'm surprised he didn't even try. As Ronnie Scott, that was a great gesture there by Coach Green to give it to Danny Green. As now Coach Scott, the former Wildcat himself, cuts the net, and somebody's going to have to finish it off here. Who's it going to be? Ben George wants to go. He's right at the bottom. You know Ben wants to go, Mark. You know he does.
Yeah, he's right there. He's got Ray right next to him. I don't know if he's going to do an interview or if he wants to go up on the ladder.
It is going to be the principal at Oak Ridge High School, Drayton Hawkins, who is cutting the net down. Oak Ridge has beaten Sevier County 51-50. They're headed to the state tournament. I was told that the Sevier County coach went running after the officials afterwards and was not happy at all. I'll be eager to watch that video as the Wildcats have won it 51-50. How about Joe Gaddis? Will the old man go up on? He is. They're showing him how to climb a ladder. Up he goes. Joe Gaddis won a state championship in the football 1991 season. Now he's cutting a piece of the net. He's the athletic director at Oak Ridge High School. And Coach Green's kind of instructing him. He's a football guy, not a basketball guy, but he has been here all season long. He loves watching the games. And who's going to be the final person? Who is it going to be?
Well, they were pushing Ted Mitchell, but Ted Mitchell hasn't been on the coaching staff this year. Coach Green goes up for a third time. Who will he give this one to?
He's going to keep it. This is going to be it, and they're going to hang it in the trophy case. And there he is. He holds it up for the crowd. All the students dressed in black. The Wildcats headed to the state tournament after beating the Sevier County Smoky Bears here at the Wildcat Arena 51-50. And let's keep an eye on Ben, and looks like maybe we'll get ready. Get ready to fire up Ben's mic, and let's see. Um, baseball guys are milling around. And, you know, it's. I know they want to be around with their friends, but we love some interviews here. We love these player interviews as we wait for Ben to corral somebody. And Mark, I hesitate to go to the stats because Ben, he'll just start. He'll
Yes.
just start talking. So, but let's keep it. Let's try to track down somebody. We might have to send Shauna. Shauna, you want to go down there and grab us some interviews? They're going to first take a photo at the center court area. 51-50 is the final score. Mark, Wildcats were up 13-10 after one quarter, but then fell behind. They fell behind by as many as 7 points. I think on two different occasions. Trailed by one at halftime, 26-25. Trailed by 5 after 3 quarters. And like I said, they fell behind by 7 points in the third quarter on a couple of occasions, but were able to get it done. As there's a nice photo in the center part of the floor between the OR, the Wildcats, the whole group, including the trainer, Brian Leffler. He's got a big old smile on his face, and why not? They're all headed to Murfreesboro in the state tournament, Mark.
Yeah, they're all proudly displaying their piece of the net that they get to keep for the rest of their lives to remember this exceptional game tonight, David, as they beat the Sevier County Smoky Bears by 1 point, 51-50.
What a great fourth quarter. I mean, the Wildcats, like I said, in the third quarter found themselves down at times by as many as 7 points. But in the fourth quarter, well, actually, the start of the fourth quarter, they fell behind 40-33. But then they just kind of chipped away. They got some turnovers. Sevier County missed a few shots. The Wildcats got some rebounds, and it was back and forth, and the Wildcats just made enough plays. Cooper hit a couple big free throws. To me, honestly, Cooper didn't have a really good game offensively anyway.
No.
And but those free throws, none bigger than that. As the huddle is broken up, let's find Ben once again. Let's see, as the Wildcats are headed towards the dressing room. Somebody's got to corral them in. I told Ben that he's not very aggressive about getting interviews as they're all headed to the dressing room. And Ben, I can see him. Well, I can't see him. Well,
yeah,
Mark.
I haven't found him either.
Well, I hesitate, but I want to do some player interviews. But also, I see Ben. He's down there with Caleb. He should have been more aggressive. That's the trouble when you got a youngster. And Mark, talk. Ben's calling.
Okay. I'll read over the stats as we keep an eye on interviews and Coach Green coming up. Leading scorer for the Wildcats was Raekwon Watson. He had 15 points in the ballgame, 4 of 10 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Also in double figures, Shamar Green, he had 13. He was perfect on the night, 6 of 6 from the field, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Rounding out the double figures, Malik Howard came off the bench, added 10 points for the Wildcats, 4 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Also scoring for the Wildcats, Cooper Williams, he had 6, 2 for 4 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. None bigger than the final 2 free throws that he hit there in the ball game, David. Also scoring, Garrett Giles, he had 5 points for the Wildcats, 2 of 8 from the field. And then Charlie Taubenheim, he had 2 points on the night, 1 of 4 from the field. As a team, the Wildcats were 19 of 42 from the field. They were 15 of 21 in twos, 4 of 21 in threes, and 9 of 12 from the free throw line.
Hey, Mark, before you go through the Sevier County stats, just give me the totals once again. So before my interview with Coach Green.
Ray had 15. Shamar had 13. Malik had 10. Cooper with 6. Garrett with 5. And Charlie with 2.
Thank you.
Now looking at Sevier County, they were led in scoring by Jet Sutton. He led all scorers tonight with 23 points. Also in double figures for the Smoky Bears was Jaden Barton. He had 12. Reed Owenby had 6. Parker Newman had 5, and Nick Dougherty had 4. So all of their 5 starters all scored, but no one else. Really, the only other person that came into the game was number 2, Roman Gibbons for Sevier County. No one else, I don't even think, saw the floor for them. So the Wildcats led at the end of the first quarter, 13-10. Then they were outscored in the second quarter, 16-12, and they lost their lead going into halftime. They trailed by 1. The score was 26-25 Sevier County. In the third quarter, Sevier County opened up the lead, outscoring the Wildcats 12-8 to take a 38-33 lead into the fourth quarter. So they had a 5-point lead starting the fourth quarter. But in the fourth quarter, the Wildcats scored 18, and they held Sevier County to only 12. And the Wildcats win today 51-50. These one-point games, we had one Saturday night, and we had one again tonight, David. They're hard on the heart.
You know, I said this on Saturday night in the Sevier County sports program is really up and coming. I mean, that's all you can say. They won the state championship in football. They eliminated Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge eliminated them at the sub-state in baseball last year, and here in basketball season, 2 really, really, really good Sevier County teams. I mean, their girls young. They're going to be around for a long time, and their boys are really good too. Both eliminated here. And, you know, the fortunate thing, you know, this is an odd year, so that means that District 3 got a chance to host the region tournament, and that was very, very, good because the Wildcats got a chance to win 3 region games, boys and girls each, and then each winning a sub-state, never having to leave the friendly confines of the Wildcat Arena.
Yeah, and Wildcat Arena, with their fans, you know, specifically their students, is a really big advantage in my opinion because, as we've discussed before, there's a lot of space between the goal, behind the goal, which really affects the depth perception of shooters. It's more of I would say more of a small college type gymnasium. Most gymnasiums, they have a wall right behind the basketball goal. Think of like Jefferson and Robertsville, and that's just tradition for high school basketball games. And so I think it's a definite advantage for the Wildcats to play here in Wildcat Arena because it takes people a while to get used to A, the crowd, and B, the space behind the goal.
Let's talk about, as we wait for the players to come out, let's talk about some of the big plays in the ballgame. Obviously, the Wildcats, entirely too many turnovers. I'm sure Coach Green will tell me that when eventually he makes his way up here. Entirely too many free throws. And I thought early on Sevier County was doing a better job on the glass against us, and I think Oak Ridge took too many three-point shots. Those are the negatives. What are your negatives?
I agree. I mean, too many three-pointers. They took more three-pointers than they did two-pointers in the first half. They took 16. They took twice as many three-pointers as they did two-pointers in the first half. They took 8. There were 6 of 8 in two-pointers and 3 of 16 in three-pointers. So big discrepancy there. Now, obviously, the 6 of 8, most of that was Shamar Green. He was 5 of 5 from the field in the first half. But, I agree. Thinking that you have to rely on the three-point shot is, in my opinion, a dangerous thing to think because especially when you've got Shamar and Cooper down on the block for you. And then, Garrett can be a force when he gets the ball on the elbow.
So the Maryville Rebels are going to be joining us at the state tournament as well as they knock off Science Hill today. So 2 teams from Region 2 on the boys' side, Oak Ridge and Maryville. 2 teams from Region 2 on the girls' side. Looking for Ben.
That
Go
doesn't
ahead.
surprise me about Maryville. I tell you what, David, that Maryville boys team was very good. I mean, they hardly missed a shot in the first half, and it was a struggle for us to come back in the second half against Maryville. They just kind of slowly chomped into the lead that Maryville had, and it paid off there at the end. But Maryville, their boys team is a very fine basketball team.
All the East Tennessee games have gone final. We're still waiting to see who the Oak Ridge Wildcats will play. They will play a week from this Thursday at 8:15 Eastern Time against the winner of Walker Valley and Laverne. Surely we won't play Walker Valley again.
Oh, I get it. Laverne and Shirley.
Laverne's up 30-24 at the halfway mark. Bad news from our friends from Oliver Springs. They were defeated by Tim Shelton's North Green Huskies tonight up in Greenville, 64-53. Those are some of the scores. Kingston defeated by Alcoa, 86-73. No shocker there. Greenville knocked off Carter. We're just filling time right now. I know Ben wants to do his interviews. The Fulton Falcons, the back-to-back defending champions, guess what? They're going back to the state tournament, Mark. Even on a down year, Coach Wright seems to get his teams to the state tournament. They knock off Unicoi County tonight, 49-46. Harriman beat Cosby tonight, 62-47. Tyner Academy beat Austin East, 65-58. The Upperman Bees knock off the Heritage Mountaineers, 51-38. Bradley Central beat Siegel 66-51. And the rest of the games are in Middle or West Tennessee. But the big news is the Wildcats have won 51-50 over the Sevier County Smoky Bears. I can't wait to go back and watch the replay. I think what the Sevier County, and I'm just speculating here, what I think the Sevier County coach thought, and maybe he was accurate on this, that the Wildcats had turned the ball over there on the baseline after they made that layup. The Wildcats put it in. It was deflected, and it was going out of bounds, and Shamar made a diving attempt along the baseline, flung it back into play where it was caught by Ray Ray, and the time expired. Whether Ray or actually Shamar was out of bounds, I don't know. I don't know what he was complaining about. I've had people send me that video. I can't watch it while we're on the air here, but whatever he was upset about, he was, and his season just came to a close, and who knows? Maybe the Greenville officials didn't want to make a call there at the end, and Coach Ken Wright was definitely upset at the end. Still waiting for the guys to emerge from the dressing room, and Ben's going to do some interviews. Most of the people have left out of here. Jim and Barb Taubenheim, along with Bryson Linnaeus, Marcus Underwood with Shelter Insurance. Give him a call if you want some good rates, and I'll do this for the second time. He wanted me to give a shout-out to Oak Ridge Lady Wildcat coach Trina Underwood, former All-American at Oak Ridge, on a speedy recovery from her ACL surgery. This is the ninth time both the boys and the girls are headed to the state tournament at the same time. They did it in 1986, 1988, 1989, 1990, 1996, 1999, 2008, 2017, and here in 2025. While we're filling time here, Mark, let's talk Lady Wildcat basketball as they take on Bartlett. Lady Wildcats also went through a gauntlet to get to this point with a bang-bang victory, come from behind victory over Sevier County as they head to the state tournament. Final 8 in the state. Your thoughts headed to the girls' state tournament?
Coach. Yeah, it looks like Coach Green's making his way up there. He gave us the sign 1 minute. He's actually kind of running, so we'll have his interview here real quickly. But excited to see the Lady Wildcats playing. They'll play Bartlett, right? And expect that to be a good game. Really need the fans to come down and really help cheer the Lady Wildcats on, David.
Lady Wildcats will be playing at 7 o'clock against Bartlett. Let's get Coach Green in here. Coach, congratulations, but I'm just going to warn you, at any time we might break into your interview to speak to some of your guys.
Sure,
But
sure, no problem.
But congratulations. I mean, it was a hard-fought game. It wasn't your best game, and I don't know. You must have some kind of a deal with the cardiologists here in Oak Ridge because all of these ball games down the stretch have been nail biters. None more than this one because this one was for the marbles. You jumped on them early, got the lead in the first quarter, but then trailed the second quarter. The third quarter, got behind by 7 on 2 or 3 different occasions, but did what you have been doing all season long when adversity strikes. In the fourth quarter, you made plays, made shots, and won the ball game. Congratulations, you're headed to the state tournament.
Thanks, David. I'm about to lose my voice here, but what a game. We didn't shoot it great. I think that's the first thing. I think you got to give them a lot of credit for sure. Just seemed like we're a little bit off, but playing against their zone is really tough. They do a great job with it. It's like no other that you'll play against. And and honestly, coming in the game, I thought it was going to be that way. I knew it was not. It was going to be really tough. They've got a really good team. Excuse me. They got a really good team. You've heard me say this about Coach Wright. He's one of the best coaches around, but by far, they made plays and. We just made just a few more plays than they did down the stretch. It felt like, like you said, it felt like the last 3 games, similar situation. It seemed like we were down later in this game than the other 3 in the region. But guys just made play. Ray made some plays. Malik made some big baskets. Cooper 2 big free throws. Shamar made some. We went with Malik a little bit more there in the second half. We just thought matchup-wise and trying to get on the glass a little bit. Charlie maybe didn't really have it tonight, which sometimes that happens. And when Garrett didn't really have it tonight, sometimes that happens. But to find a way to win when you struggle offensively is special. And I think that's when you hang your hat on the defensive end and rebound the ball. And but man, what a win! Just really proud of our guys, and just very thankful that we were able to pull that one out, David.
51-50 was the final score. I know we're waiting to get Ben George some player interviews. Your guys are shy. Cooper didn't have a great game, but those free throws were so important. Shamar was a beast as usual inside, especially in the first half, kind of carrying your team in the first half.
Yeah, he did. And we had. I thought we went, especially in the second half, late in the third, early in the fourth, we were trying to get it in there a little bit more, but, they just make it difficult to get it in there, and we got it in there just enough. We had some bad turnovers at bad times, but but again, our kids just showed a lot of resiliency to find a way to win. Big free throws again down the stretch. Ray made a bunch, Cooper made a bunch, and it just seemed like, we've worked, excuse me, David, we've worked a lot on end-of-game situations. Got a timeout with 12 seconds, you're up 3. I was wanting to foul. I was wanting to foul not to give them a chance to tie it. And I asked our guys, I put it in our plate. I said, hey, guys, I want to foul. We actually talked about it during the timeout, because if you foul, a couple things got to happen for you to get beat. Number one, they got to make 2 free throws. You're still up 1. But if they make, but again, it was kind of in that, I usually have 9 seconds or less, definitely going to foul probably. But, you're at 12 seconds and a little bit too much time because if you come down and miss free throws. So obviously it worked out that we didn't foul, but that was a discussion, just in one of our timeouts. But I don't know, I'm glad he shot a 2. I don't know why he did that, but he may have thought they had more timeouts, but they didn't have any. And we shouldn't have took the ball out, the heat of the moment. We almost turned it over, but the heat of the moment. We took it out. Should just, kind of let it bounce there for a second, because they usually don't start it until the inbounder picks it up. But anyway, that's kind of my breakdown of the last play. Didn't really ask, but again, heck of a win. Just really proud of our team.
Coach, let's go down to Charlie real quick, and I'll come back to you.
Sounds good.
Let's cue Ben down on the floor. Let him go.
Oak Ridge Wildcat, Charlie Taubenheim. And Charlie, it wasn't pretty, it wasn't easy, but Oak Ridge is now headed to the state tournament. How does it feel?
Feels amazing. I'm so happy for all of us and for all the guys who made us come here. It was awesome.
Being as much of a role player as you are on this team and continuing to progress throughout the season what was your mindset whenever you were out there on the floor for this team and how you were able to finish this off with this team?
I just thought back to all those practices, all those early morning shoot-arounds, the mile run, just training with these guys and thought that I got to do it for them and that, we's greater than me.
And so you guys will play on Friday, the first day for the first round for you guys. What is going to be, besides winning a state championship, obviously, what's going to be your biggest motivator here going into Murfreesboro on Friday?
Just thinking about how far we come as a team and that we can't stop now. We can't give up now. We've come so far to give up and to lose. We can't let that happen.
Thank you, Charlie. Congratulations. We'll try and get Cooper Williams over here. Cooper Williams, big man for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Cooper, this time last season, we were ending our year with a loss to Bearden in a similar fashion in a close game, but in a different way with the loss on a last-second shot. This time, you go down the floor, you get fouled, then you make 2 clutch free throws to put the game out of contention. What was your Mamba mentality, so to speak, on how to finish this game out?
I just, when I got fouled, I just knew I had to make those, and that's what I went and did. We practice free throws all the time at practice and stuff, and I know I can make them. So, that's what I did. I made them, and it just felt amazing. So, thank you.
Getting to go into the paint for a lot of your points and be able to make a lot of those for this team in clutch position. What is one thing that really helped you continue to stay tough, stay through it, and continue to play hard in the paint?
I think it's just how the ability we have to play together in the paint with our height and size. So us all being able to do that kind of helps. And just they're smaller, just keep going and attacking at them. So yeah.
How excited were you when those free throws went in?
I don't even know, great feeling. But I missed the 2. I don't want to sound cocky and all that, but rarely miss both free throws, and then so knocking those 2, I meant a lot, and it was good. So.
And then also after that, going down the floor 15 seconds later, and the buzzer sounds, and you guys are victorious. How does that feel?
It was an unreal. If you watch the end of the game, you'll see me but nail biters are not fun, but it felt amazing. So yeah.
And so you go to Murfreesboro this weekend. Friday is the first game for you guys. Still have yet to find out from anybody who y'all's first game is. But what is going to be, you as an upperclassman now, what is going to be your biggest motivation for potentially your last series as an Oak Ridge Wildcat?
Man, I want a ring, or title, whatever you want to call it. That's my motivation. That's the team's motivation. We're going to go get it done, so let's go.
All right. Thank you, Cooper. Congratulations, buddy. We'll try and get Shamar Green over here real quick for an interview here with Oak Ridge forward Shamar Green. Shamar, I told Charlie earlier, it wasn't pretty and it wasn't easy, but this is March now. And how did it feel hearing that buzzer sound at the end?
It was just clarity, we were down at first, and it's man, it was hard for us to maintain a lead, so with us being down, and when I looked up, we was up, and then I looked back up, 000 and a buzzer going off. It was a good feeling, man.
A whole lot of back and forth, a whole lot of scoring and defensive action there in the last frame. What helped this team? And I guess what my other question is, what did Coach Green say to help propel you guys to be able to make those defensive stops to end this game?
It wasn't even Green for the most part. It was mainly us. We was y'all, me, Ray, Cooper. It's y'all, we in this. We've been in this position before. Last game we played them, we've been in it. When we played Maryville, Berryton, we've been in this position before. We all need to lock in, get a couple stops, string a couple together, and get the ball going in the net. Once that started going, we were good.
So first time in a couple years, more than 4 years, that this team is making it back to Murfreesboro for the state tournament. How does it feel to be able to be that first team to make it back to the state tournament here in a while?
It feels great, man. Coach Green been telling us since the summer, man, we have the potential. like he said it himself, he went to multiple state, him as a player and a coach. So he's been saying this since summer. We have the potential to go up there and even win it all. So that's the whole plan now. Go win.
And this time last year, ending the season on a game-winning shot by Bearden last year at William Blunt. Then you're back here in Wildcat Arena for the last series in the region tournament and now in Sub-State. How does it feel to win this game in front of this huge crowd? And you have the student section and all the fans being loud here. How did that feel tonight?
Felt amazing, man. Me being a senior, I didn't have a lot of these left this year, so especially having it in regionals and playing in the Sub-State, felt amazing to just play here and have my second family basically just come support me.
Last question, and this is pretty rhetorical. You're a senior. What's your motivation to win this state tournament this year?
My family, and thankful for God for putting me in these situations. So he's brought me this far. So he must have me bringing back the gold ball sometime.
Oak Ridge big man Shamar Green, congratulations, buddy. Thank you. Congratulations. We'll get Raekwon Watson over here, the MVP of the game. Ray, you played a really solid game, got a whole lot of points scored, and it really contributed to this team on both ends of the floor. What was said in that halftime speech that, still pretty close game, but still having an opportunity to finish out the last 20 minutes and get it done in the second half?
Not much was said in the halftime speech that Green gave us. I mean, I want to say every game throughout like the whole region tournament we was down at halftime. Maybe we wasn't. Maybe I'm not. I don't remember as well. But we knew that we've been in this predicament the last few games. So we already knew what we had to do. We had to lock in. I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. After the third quarter, I think we got down 10 or something. I don't know. I was a little nervous, but I wasn't too worried because I was like, we got this. We've been in worse situations.
And you mentioned that being as close to the games as we've had against West, Bearden, Maryville, and now tonight, what is the biggest key for this team in those clutch situations in a close ball game? What is those key moments and those key situations that this team is able to get out with wins?
Just buckle down. I mean, everybody sees it. Like when we get going and we're down, it gets scary. It does. Like when shots start going down, you hear Shamar clapping, you hear me screaming, you see Gary making that stank face, you see Cooper talking smack. Like it's just perfect, and that's when teams should really fear us most.
And you go on the road to Murfreesboro. Friday's that first game for you guys, and you guys have that first game. Being a senior, how does it feel for this to be your first trip to Murfreesboro and the first trip in more than 4 years for this team to be able to make it to the state tournament?
As a senior, it feels great. I blew 2 opportunities, which sucks, but because we could have went to state them 2 years too, but we blew them. But now, as a senior, as somebody who grew up in this community, who's been playing basketball in this community, it feels great. It does. It's a new opportunity. I haven't played at Murphy Center. I played at TSU, I played at Tennessee, I played at all these other, but Murphy Center I've not played at yet. So it's gonna be a fun opportunity.
And it's a different gym. Obviously, you got a whole lot of people that don't really know you from other schools going to be there. How's it gonna? I mean, you just mentioned how you haven't been there before. How's it gonna feel walking into that gym that first game for you, being a senior and being your last opportunities as a Wildcat to be able to go out with your teammates and compete?
Oh, well, you know me. I'm just go out there and kill. I'm not really worried about any gym we play in. I'm gonna just go out there and kill. Might be a little. I don't know how the court's gonna be set up. With like college line. This summer in Wake Forest, they didn't have a high school line set up for us, so I don't know how it's going to be. But I'm ready for the opportunity. I feel like it's not going to change too much of our game. Might be a little bit more spacious. I might have to condition a little bit. With me being a little under the weather these past few weeks, I'm gonna have to get my body back right so I can be able to run up and down the court more than 2 times and not be gassed. But I think we're gonna be good though.
Awesome. Oak Ridge guard, senior guard, Raekwon Watson. Congratulations, buddy. Love you, brother. We'll get Garrett Giles over here. another upperclassman. Garrett, wow, what a game. What a game, brother. And, you're a senior. You were here last year. Last year was your first opportunity with this team to go into the postseason. Unfortunately, last season ended on a game-winning shot by Bearden. But all of that aside, you come into this tournament here at home hosting all of the games so far, and it's been close, a whole lot. What did it feel like being in this gym tonight with the student section crowded and loud, the whole arena loud? How did it feel when the buzzer sounded at the very end?
Man, it was just, I don't know, there's a whole roll of emotions going through at the end of the game. I mean, the student section being here, all the fans just showing up, it was just something great in the beginning, and then just them being here at the end, the cheering at the end, and then whenever you hear that final buzzer and you're up, it's amazing. It's amazing to feel that.
And you personally got to go on the shoulders of a couple of our Oak Ridge High School students on Friday. What were the emotions coming out in that game last week?
Oh man, those are my guys for sure. Definitely the emotions coming out was just we're finally here. I mean, last year we were working for this and we had worked for it all year, and then we fell short. But now we've battled our way back through the summer, all that hard work and everything is just paying off, and we're ready for it.
And you mentioned the summer. It's been a long summer. It was a long summer for you guys playing in summer ball at colleges like Wake Forest, and then this fall going to tournaments. And it's just been a long district season, and the postseason was a very grueling. We saw, as I just mentioned, the closeness of the games. What's the relief, I guess you could say, after this long season and how you've been able to perform personally and as a team going in here to the sub-state and now going on to the state tournament?
I mean, definitely just seeing our growth as a team throughout the summer. I mean, in the summer we were struggling to play together, but as we start playing together longer and longer, it's been great. I mean, our guys, we know what each other's strengths are, we know what our weaknesses are, so we all add them up together and it makes a great team. But, I mean, just individually, just like I said, all of us growing together, it's been great. I mean, they know my strengths, I know their strengths, and it's just great to see it all come together at the end.
You're a transfer student from Greenback, playing here at such a historic school like Oak Ridge, and now being a senior. What's so special now being a senior and being able to play alongside your teammates here?
I mean, it's just more like a family here. I mean, we got guys who want it just as bad as I do, and we all wanted the end goal to get that gold ball and bring it home. So, I mean, we have a bunch of winners, and we're all just one mindset. We're not going to lose is our main goal.
And you're now going to Murphy Center on Friday. We're going to wrap it up very quickly. This is my last question. You're playing at Murphy Center on Friday. You're a senior. How are your emotions going to be going into that game this weekend?
I mean, we got a week of preparation, so, I mean, it's going to be take it one step at a time, one game at a time, one possession at a time, like Coach Green always says. So we just keep taking baby steps all the way up until we get to the top.
Awesome. Thank you, Garrett. Senior forward Garrett Giles, congratulations, buddy. We'll send it back up to you guys as the Oak Ridge Wildcats are headed now to the state tournament.
Thanks a lot, Ben. We appreciate that. I want to correct something that Ben was saying. It'll be Thursday, a week from Thursday, when the Wildcats play their first game against the winner of Laverne and Walker Valley. They're currently tied 55-55. Coach Green stayed with me here, Coach. A couple things I want to talk to you about. A couple big plays there at the end of the game. After they made the bucket, I think the Coach Wright was complaining that the clock never stopped and really should have after the bucket, or at some point, and time ticked off. But what a play by Shamar Green to save the ball, because we almost threw the ball away right there on the baseline. What a great play by Shamar to save it. A lot of big plays down the stretch to win it.
Yeah, big play by Shamar. I mean, I'm screaming, it's time and score. You're not in those situations a lot, but we talked about in a timeout, if they I think when it went in, there were 6 or so seconds. By the time your inbounder gets to the ball, honestly, you want to take your time, and you really don't have to take it out by the time you get to the ball. But I think it was Malik took it out. We almost turned it over, but it worked out. But definitely could have handled that situation a little bit better. But Malik made some big plays for us there in the third quarter. I had 2 or 3 dunks. I may have missed one, but the clock does not stop in high school basketball. So, if that would have been a college bucket, the clock would have stopped. in high school, the clock does not stop on made baskets.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to people as well. But I think maybe they thought they had called a timeout. Is what did he have any timeouts left?
Yeah, I mean, I was told they did not have any timeouts, or he probably obviously would have called a timeout.
Coach, I know you wanna get back to getting ready for the state tournament. About two more questions.
Yeah, take your time. I'm good.
What does it feel like to take this group to the state tournament?
You know what is I was a nervous wreck before the game. Almost really just kind of privately and a little bit emotional. Just the time I've spent with these seniors. I wanted them to experience. Tonight will be a memory they'll never forget. But playing in the state tournament is a special thing. Means to me because of the players. Getting the opportunity to experience that again, it's something you'll always remember. And just to get the mindset back of, hey, it's the same deal. We're really going to be playing Walker Valley, Laverne. It's, and then try to get focused back in the next couple of days on trying to take a possession at a time and, win another ball game. I think we've got as good a chance of winning as anybody else. And but I'm really, really happy for our seniors. They've put in a lot of time. A lot of effort. I know I heard Ray, some of the seniors talking about all the work we've put in from back in the summer till now, and 6:30s in the morning, from July till we start practice. All that kind of comes to the top, and you think back on those times, all the work that you put in. So just happy for the kids. I'm happy for our parents. Parents get to experience this too. I got a great staff. I can't say anything without, about the guys I've got on my bench are great. They're good people and great coaches, and a big part of it as well. Along with Aiden Hawkins, I can't leave him out. What he's been a part of our program last couple of years. He's just as important as any player.
Coach, one final question here. What was it like handing that net to your dad after you cut it off for him?
It was special. I know. I was talking to Dad in my office maybe 10 minutes before I came out. It was just me and my dad, and. And I was nervous. I was nervous, David. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I try not to show up, but I just, the lot on the line. You're trying to put your team in a position. Trying to get my thoughts together. And I was thinking back to my high school days when we played Notre Dame in the region semifinals, and they had a kid named Tommy Fox who was an all-time leading scorer in Chattanooga history. And we got matched up with them in the region semis. And I remember to this day, and I'm 47, David. So that was 30 years ago. I remember how nervous my dad was. Obviously, he was my coach. I could see it. He was actually crying before the game over there in the corner. And I asked him if he remembered that. He said he did. We kind of smiled and had a chuckle. So, being able to hand him a piece of net was special, and I'm glad, along with other coaches as well. Coach Price's first time, I think, as a coach experiencing this, and Coach Scott and Aiden. I think it's Aiden's first time, but. Being able to have my dad in net was pretty special, no lie.
Coach, just final comments. What about this crowd? The students were great, and I appreciate the Booster Club for providing some tickets. Just your final comments, and I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned the student section. I thought they were impactful in the game. The baseball team won. Congrats to them. Got their first league win, I believe. I think Cheeto pitched a shutout, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure did.
Great crowd. Our student section was big. Thanks to all those guys. And so anybody that's listening, we're $500 less now than we were because we had to buy those tickets. And, we're going to have a lot of money to spend here over the next, the travel. We got to get a bus. We got hotels. We got to feed the guys. So if you're listening and would like to make a donation, drop the check off to high school, make it out to Oak Ridge Basketball Boosters because they'll be ones kind of handling probably most of that. So, but it's a little different. We got a week and almost 10 days off. What is today? Monday, well, actually 11 days. So got the schedule for the week set. We're off tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, off for the weekend, and come back Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, play on Thursday. Now, I told them to enjoy this one through tomorrow, and we'll practice on Wednesday. But a special night here in Oak Ridge, David. And it's, as you know, David, this is really hard to do. How many trips is this for boys state tournament?
It's actually 23 since 1958.
Number 23. I know is in the 20s, and we're one of the few. This is, for us, it feels like it's been a little bit of a drought, and some teams we hadn't made it since 21, I think. And, you think, well, man, that's been a long time. There's schools around here I've never been, David. So you can't take them for granted. It's really hard to do, and just happy for our guys and our coaches.
Coach, it's 60-60 Laverne and Walker Valley. So you'll find out eventually who you'll play. Congratulations, Coach, and we'll see you in Murfreesboro.
Right, sounds good. Thanks, David.
Wildcats knock off Sevier County by a final score of 51-50. They are headed to the state tournament along with the Lady Wildcats, who will play at 7 o'clock. Well, actually, the girls will play at 5 o'clock Eastern Thursday against Bartlett. The boys will play a week from Thursday against the winner of Laverne and Walker Valley. Mark, appreciate Shauna and Caleb and Ben for all they did tonight. Just your final comments about this big win tonight for the Wildcats, sending them to Murfreesboro.
It was a great win for the Wildcats, David. Great win for the program that the Wildcats have here that Coach Green has built. And just really excited to see what they can do going to the state tournament next week.
That about does it here from the Wildcat Arena. We've enjoyed doing our ball games from the arena here, and that's the end of the season for home games. But we're headed to Murfreesboro. Our next broadcast of Oak Ridge High School basketball will be Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, when the Lady Wildcats, take on Bartlett in the first round of the girls' tournament. Then a week from this Thursday, 8:15 Eastern Time, the Wildcats will take on either Laverne or Walker Valley. We beat Walker Valley earlier in the year. Laverne, we have not played. Surely they'll get an opportunity to play the Wildcats at one point in their school history. I know, bad joke.
I heard it again.
Yeah. From Mark, Shauna, Caleb, and Ben, this is David Clary reminding you of the final score. The Wildcats beat the Bears 51-50. This is David Clary saying so long, everybody.